again. Auntie, sugar, amen. I want picture of her.
I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. Pose. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. Pose. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Pose. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Papi, what happened to the photo? What happened? How you ready to tell you all the photo? How you dig it? Now I can see myself in the photo. I was standing right down there in the photo, but now I can't even see my shadow in the photo. Where deep, blah in the photo. So shaka the money I see in the photo. They say your camera was dog. They say your picture was not clear. If I your picture will be all clear. Now the reason why they went and took the picture different place. When I was seeing the pussy in the photo, talking said I didn't want joy in the photo. Where were y'all when we were in the photo? Pussy in the ring and the sun for the photo. Photo go to did not follow in the photo. When I wear deep blah shining in the photo. Shaka demon did not visit all the camera in a no more. They blocking us in the photo. Yes, I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. Okay. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo.
I can see myself because the way they take the photo. Mr. Photo, tell me how you ready to take the photo. Back in the days when we were planning for the photo, LRP record CEO were in the photo. Even lost our maintain in the photo. I got sick, I almost die in the photo. Now I see different men all in the photo. Seeing the posting, the guy drops to the posting. Some of them posting, but I posting not fun. They honor to
Hello.
Pick up your shoe before you get struck by the thunders.
Sorry.
You are in the house of Mawu Patopa Osobolisa. There is no fear. So my son, what can I do for you today in my shrine?
No plenty. I want for them to be arrested. I want for them to go to jail. I want for them to be deported. I want for plenty of bad things to happen to them. I want to hear bad news when they want to get out in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. Keep up on the beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
T12 on the beat.
If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, mama. Come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, yeah, baba thing, yeah, come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best, you don't want to see me. You must close your eyes. But say, oh mama, enemies of progress. They don't want to see you shine. See you shine, mama. Enemies of progress. They don't want to see you prosper. Prosper, yeah. They want to see you die. Then I want to see you shine. They want to see you cry. Then I want to see you smiling. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I tell it. We try I tell it. Yeah. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I tell it. We try I tell it. Yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, mama. Come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, yeah, baba thing, yeah, come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, come for babe, baba thing, yeah, baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must wash your want to see me. You my boss your eye. Boss oh mama. Be a Bombay. You can't pass my eyes. Hey. Any may progress. You can't see me away in front.
Tunes like BR.com.
Photographer, hey my man, you can't take our photo. Where let me come on, friend? Colorful, Taku,
Okay.
What again? Auntie, Sugar, hey man, I want picture of
I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. Post. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. Post. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Post. I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, now the people that I see shining in the photo. Papi, what happened to the photo? What happened? How you ready to tell you all the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. I was standing right down there in the photo, but now I can't even see my shadow in the photo. Where the blah in the photo? So I got the money I see in the photo. They say your camera was dog. They say your picture was not clear. If your picture will be all clear, now the reason why they went and took the picture different place. But now I see the pussy in the photo. Talking said I didn't want enjoy in the photo. Where were y'all when we were in the photo? Pussy in the ring and the sun for the photo. Photo go to did not follow in the photo. When I wear the blah shining in the photo. Shaka Dimo did not visit all the camera in a no more. They blocking us in the photo. Yes. I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo. I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. Okay. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo.
I can see myself because the way they take the photo. Mr. Photo, tell me how you ready to take the photo. Back in the days when we were planning for the photo, LRB record CEO were in the photo. Even lost our man in the photo. I got sick, I almost died in the photo. Now I see different men all in the photo. Seeing the posting, the guy drops to the posting. Some of them posting, but I posting not fun. The honor to see what to get a nigga or down. I had a stronghold to see myself in the photo. After I posted, just say I was ghost, I'm a pro. See different men in my post, and I bet. But some of them had an clear. When they see what coming, they see face, they scared.
I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo. I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can't see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo, and the people that I see shining in the photo. And some of us stay long in the photo. We're not even born children there in the photo. Yeah, we were always here in the photo. But 2005, man, we never left the photo. Now newcomer making more in the photo. They acting jealous, said I did a song in the photo. They think they get on and photo from the photo while they making fun. I know we stay in the photo. And someone not even pay for the photo. Yeah, did I show you face on the photo? Now did I post a wedding photo on the photo? The president are glad they want to spoil the whole photo. I post for the photo, but I can't see myself in the photo. What What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo. Now the people that I see shining in the photo. I pose for the photo, but I can see myself in the photo. What happened to the photo? Now I can see myself in the photo. The people that were laughing at the photo. Now the people that I see shining in the photo.
Yes, yeah, Papa, yeah, that people go on the land. Now you call me Papa, yeah, that you send the photo. But why I see myself in the photo? Why didn't see colorful day in the photo? Why didn't see taco in the photo? Papa, I know you can take good photo. Why you can't bring that old negative and you watch them? I know you will be inside.
Exclusively at TonesLiberia.com. Begin at TonesLiberia.com.
We'll share this video. We'll have a very good topic today.
Good topic.
But before we go in, I want to ask you, you're the CEO for this.
Of course.
So I want to say congratulations and thank you.
Yes, CEO
We started it / president and journalist. We started this thing, I remember, after election, eh?
Yeah, after election.
And we talked about it, that we're going to get into a business, but I want to say thank you because at the time I left, and I know you always ask me when it will come up. That is why I try to disassociate myself from a lot of other networks that wanted me to be part of them, because we're going to build this in a way, and I know that we'll be having a new studio soon.
Yeah, we'll have a new studio coming. By the grace and help of God, we're working on it. We're supposed to do some cleanup tomorrow. We're going to go there. We're going to set things up. And we want to say a special shout out to Mr. Pay, Charles Harvard, and the whole entire team. We actually let me let the public know that we want you guys to support us, all right? Because we keep coming across, we're getting bigger, and we're having more and more public officials who are very, very interested in this network. They're taking it very seriously, and this is the only medium so far in the Pennsylvania area that is reaching out to different communities.
And the other day I saw you were in Delaware County.
Delaware. I was in Delaware County the other day. We carried on live broadcast for the Attorney General in the guy that is running for Attorney General in the Delaware County area, and we had a council. Somebody running for council, I think a school council or something.
I saw that interview.
Yeah, we had a lot of people on there. So they were on there, and they call us for to go and broadcast for them live. And we want to remind everybody on June the 5th it's going to be election.
So then I would say this is the People's Network.
The People's Network. That's
it.
This is
for the community.
If you have anything going on in the Philadelphia area, in the Pennsylvania area, you call us. We're going to be available. We are non-profit, but again, the non-profit is free.
No, sometimes it always good. Let me tell you, the real truth. You got to make donations.
You got to make donations.
Yeah, because non-for-profit accept donations from people.
Yes.
From your audience. Because look, even I will tell you today, like the PBS station, the PBS, the radio station. Yes, they accept donation from people to keep you got to keep the internet going. You got to buy equipment.
Yeah.
You got to buy a lot of stuff. So. At least it's just graduated for to be concerned.
Anything that have to do with the community, that have to do with community, or something we can come and help. But if it have to do with your wedding and your special, that's a whole different thing. Yeah. Then we you call us up.
Yeah, there's just a thing of wedding.
Yeah,
like a wedding, some donation is almost $1,000. You know?
Yeah, of course you gotta call us, and you call us. We'll come over and you will talk to our administrator, who is Gaffin. Yeah, or Gaffin George.
So let's say this, because I know we
say welcome Leroy Washington.
Yeah, Mr. Washington, how are you? Oh yeah. Well, let's say this. You know, this network will get a lot of stuff. We'll be doing some lot of stuff with all the plans that we have in there. Because we'll go back to we'll do the video, we'll do the pictures.
Yes.
We will do programs, a lot of things we're going to be able to do.
So it's a combination of a whole lot of different things. We want to put that out. But before we go any further, I want to say to Money. Money is going to be coming back on the network. He's going to be doing his, what do you call the show? The General?
The General, yes. It's a political thing.
Why you decide to come with the General?
Okay, because general of opinion.
You are in the army?
No, it's not. It's non-military. It's a civilian general. But you see, we all love the camouflage. You know? And you know, and listen, I love the general name because I was once Inspector General of Labor Ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, so people call me the general, but general of opinions.
Inspector General can be corrupt.
No, you see, that's why I left, because let's see. You see, I will say this, Mr. Anderson.
Hey, welcome.
In life, you, it's hard to find a perfect being. There's nobody perfect under this world. And in this world, nobody's perfect. but you can be honest.
Yeah.
That's what God looking for. God told us that He need honest people. He ain't looking for anybody with perfection. We all fighting. We're trying our best to get into it. You know.
Yeah.
So, but once you are honest, I will tell you today, Prince. You know me, and even I see Prince and Washington over there know me. When it comes to people money, don't get involved. Just be the man to make the last decision, and someone you can trust. Another people keep the. Don't joke with the poor money. That's one of the things. Just be a perfect man, or honest guy. If you're honest, you'll not hurt your friends.
Okay.
You know that.
All right. So another thing, Money, you watch the program we have with the officials when they came here.
Yes, I saw that thing. You came around to say thank you again.
What was your take? What was your take?
Well,
I don't want you to talk directly on the. I know they say a whole lot of things, but you were watching and you part of the network. What was your take on the network? Did we go out to do a good job?
No. The network did extremely good job.
Right.
They got every angle. They you know, I'm one of the critics who after doing everything, I always tell you we're not supposed to do this, we're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But that was okay. It was very clear. The pictures were sharp. I'm not going to comment on what they say. You see, but I tell people whenever you have in a forum, you cannot. Whatever answer he gave you is that the answer.
Yeah.
Your answer will not. The answer don't have to suit me.
Yeah.
I can ask you. I say, John Brown, what's your name? I can say my name OPK. If you try to ask me what the name of OPK, then you know it's up to me if I want to answer it.
Yeah.
Okay. But the network as a whole,
Yeah, the network
did good, and they took that. I even saw the one you did with Cummings.
Yeah, perfect. That was the team
in Liberia. Yeah, the
team
team in Liberia they did good.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
these are the things we need to bring out to our people. Let the people be the judge.
The judge.
Let the audience, as much as you're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to my opinion, everyone is entitled to their opinion, but let the audience be the judge.
Yeah, be the judge.
They will see it, they will understand.
Yeah.
And let them be the one to judge. But we are there to ask the tough questions.
The tough question. But you see, one thing, they didn't give us the opportunity to ask too many questions because you had a place was filled and they had a lot of people asking the one question. What I said that have to do with the network. I told them that the question was why it was so abrupt.
And that is one of my primary high.
Yeah, because coming to town and knowing very much we have this network that is open for the public, it's good for you to let us inform us, let people know, so we can send the message out so people can be aware and know that you got government officials coming who are going to be, you know, if you have a question, burning issues, bring it so they can answer the question. But I got up in the morning, I saw you on Facebook, and that's how I ran that we had to cancel.
Yes. Okay, you did it. You see, that was a good thing.
Yes.
Other people would not even try to do that, but you went there because you feel like you want for your people to.
Yeah.
But one of the things I heard next time, if we on such a program, we will have to control the microphone or whatsoever because it's your network that doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you did it voluntarily.
Voluntarily, yeah.
But you were just behind the camera and never had the opportunity to even ask a question.
Yeah.
And I know they never even allow you to. After that, you should sit with them and interview and ask all your questions. But you could not answer questions.
No,
you were just there showing.
Yeah,
but I know they avoid it.
Yeah.
Because. But one of the things I see in there, I know which some people will not like, it's like it was a selective thing. Although they put it lit.
Yeah.
You know, if you put something on social media very late, it's like you don't need everybody. But if you put it there like 2-3 weeks, then you want the public to be to be attended.
To be aware.
But if you just put something, I myself I saw it 2 days to the time.
Yeah.
I said, but then who they trying to avoid? But then when I look, I saw Sheriff, I saw all the people who part of this government were in charge, and they were there. And you know, Thomas, you know what surprised me was? You know, one of the biggest surprise is was people who were sedition. I thought they were going to ask questions, and some of them could not even say nothing. And you know, but I saw Anthony asked a very good question. Anthony Gay.
Yeah, Anthony Gay.
Yes.
And
Morris
Gay,
asked.
I think he's from ANC.
Yes, Morris asked a very good question.
Yeah.
He worked with Twe before, but if you ask me whether the question was answered properly, I will tell you no, because it's like we were all giving misinformation. But that's their business.
Yeah, but the network
that's their job. But the network did excellent. We'll do more than that next time, and we'll try to start looking for every official that will come to this country.
Yeah,
and we'll have to interview them, let the people know. Although sometimes they try to select certain people because they won't go to Gilman, and they won't come to you. Yeah. Because I don't know who you're supporting to be friend with you. That's why I can ask.
I'm a neutral guy.
Okay.
I'm a neutral guy.
So
this network is neutral.
Yes.
You come on here. We don't have no side here. We don't have anything.
So they shouldn't be afraid to come on your
Anybody can come. CDC can come here. From the party, Liberty Party, whatever.
You know,
come
sometimes
from.
when I tell people that,
come on.
I'm not a member of any political party. I am not a registered member, but I support their commies.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take it back. I support their commies. They're going election, but because of the way sometimes we behave, I'm still fighting with my spirit. Who to join? Who to register to take my name and say, yes, my name is on this political party?
Yeah.
Because I see people still fighting each other. You know, people still arguing, fighting each other. But anyway, I hope they will come to themselves and make things work for the Liberian people. And, you know, that's the biggest thing we all concerned about is the people of Liberia.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Another thing that move on to. Did you watch the? Yeah, put a number there. Did you watch the stuff yesterday with the president visited Redemption Hospital yesterday?
It was yesterday or day for yesterday?
I don't know, yesterday or day for yesterday. And man, that's a very huge project. I saw it.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I don't know what.
But
I mean, people say things are terrible in Liberia and all of that, but I saw that. I was really impressed when I saw that.
technically,
so what's your take on
the
that?
Redemption Hospital, and I would really want to see who would really want to challenge me on that. But the thing is that
Yeah, go ahead.
the Redemption Hospital the groundbreaking was done in 2017. It was
2017?
Yeah, Ellen Johnson. It was Ellen Johnson town.
You were in Liberia when you
No, it was already done. I went Liberia in March. I went to that site. I went to Ghana's or the Carwell. You know when you cross and when you go into Carwell, on your left when you cross New Georgia Junction, you go all the way in from on your left. That would have been it's a very big place. That's where they decided to put the Redemption Hospital. But the only problem I had, look, government is a continuity thing. Where you stop, the next man pick up. But nobody should tell me, maybe they can fool another person, it's not George Weah project. It's a project of the Republic of Liberia by the government. But it's not a project that was put together or was introduced by His Excellency George Manuel Weah. No. That project was already in place when George Weah took over as president.
Oh, so
Yes.
that was not his.
And do you want to tell me that you think the money coming from Liberian government to build that hospital?
No, I got no.
Okay, I don't think it because the project is still, although it's slow, but the project is still going. And you know, I told somebody, every project that was carried by this president is being publicized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why that project was not publicized? Why you think it was not on Facebook all over the place? Hospital 14 was a big news. Building the market right in Dupo Road by the president house. It was a very big news. The day they broke it down and the day they finished it. So why this one was hitting?
I never. That was my first time seeing it yesterday.
Thank you.
Just for yesterday.
It's a project, a Liberian government project. It will finish. The
The
government has the right to finish it. If they don't want to finish it, it's fine. But the money is there. And they're doing good. It's supposed to be a 3-story building, a very big place.
I thought that was the military hospital.
No. The military hospital is
one floor, one.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a 3-story building.
Okay.
It will be a huge place. They were looking for a place or land to build the Redemption Hospital. You know, they can put it back in Ghana, in Nuku Town.
Yeah, Nuku Town.
Okay. So that hospital will almost be like for the entire Bushra Island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what they did the program. But it was not a George Weah project. But going there to see, you know, sometimes with the audience and the citizens, when the information is not given the right, because if you listen to Smith Toby put people under the impression that this project is George Weah project. You know what I'm saying? And Kalasco asking about the project too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were telling the audience that, wow, you see this place there? Wow, I can't be, you see the president is interested in healthcare and whatsoever.
Yeah.
But let us be frank. It's not a government project. We want it. We want it for our people. But if you continue to give us false information, then it will not look good for the audience. Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so we're going to be having a special guest. So you're creating you on there, you can hear me? Okay. We're going to be having a special guest. Hold on. A special guest who's supposed to be coming on shortly for the record, and we're going to be bringing him on in a few minutes. We want you to sit back, relax, as we bring him on. Yesterday there was a show that I did yesterday for John J. Jacob, and that have to do with one of the Liberia best goalkeeper called Lrtn. And Mr. Lrtn, JJ said a whole lot of things, allegation he came up, and he talked about Lrtn yesterday. And we had a show on, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you watched that, right? Okay, I don't know whether you know Lrtn.
Oh, I know Lrtn. He a very disciplined fellow.
Okay.
I even know his brother. You know Bishop and Lrtn, and
Oh, he related to Bishop
that
Lrtn?
his brother. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
And
know that.
I don't know him like how I know you friend to friend, but I sure he has seen his face before because I've been an IE man and I've been around soccer for so long. But he's a very good discipline and goalkeeper.
Okay.
And I listened to, before you even go there, I listened to Toba.
Oh, yeah, because yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Anthony Toba said something, but I believe that I will tell you the real truth here. All this allegation is all because of Lrtn criticizing disappointment in George Weah.
That's
the fact.
That's one thing.
I listened to his interview with George Lobo. When he and George Lobo was on, I listened to it, and he gave his honesty, how he felt. If you and myself would sleep in the same room, would do things together, you think anything I say about you, people will believe it, and I'm supposed to know more. I'm supposed to know you.
Yeah.
So we were asking, maybe he would tell us the relationship between he and George, because I know the president at the time, player, he and other players never had that good relationship. Like his soul rest in peace, my little friend, Sito.
Oh, Seaton.
Seaton was one of the person that George Weah could not stand.
Seaton, right?
Yes.
Frank Seaton,
and Frank could not stand him because as somebody would talk.
And just for the sake of
Yes.
the audience,
So-
I'm not a football guy, so it's good
Yeah.
to have Monica
So
Chen in
that
the
is the thing. But
who will be able to at
I
least
follow
give you more
Lrtn.
depth.
Lrtn he's a good goalkeeper, let me tell you.
Yeah, good goalkeeper.
Everybody got
He sent me his
different
profile,
way
everything.
of playing. Everybody has their own talent. And one thing I listened to Tuba say, well, Lrtn was not a very good goalkeeper than me. Yes, Tuba, you got your way of mine. The other man got his way. Pew Besman has his way. Morris Brown, all the guys got a special thing in them that nobody can
Take away from them.
And guess what? You get 10 professional players. By the end of the day, they got one world best.
Yeah.
You think the other guys are not good? No. You were voted for. They voted for you. That is why you get into that position. It's not because you play the ball with your teeth. No.
Yeah.
Because if we want to say play ball with your teeth, then you sort of make the money with your teeth. When I say make with your teeth, I just put a Liberian winner. That means you sort of make more than any person. But everybody has their own thing. And I respect everybody who wore that jersey, that national team jersey.
Yeah.
That's a patriotic citizen. He's a patriotic citizen, or he or she on the female side or whatsoever.
Okay,
Once you pull up that jersey,
let me let the audience know.
Yeah.
Listen, people already asking for a number to call. We
gave them the number.
Guest, we just got in touch with Lrtn, and he's getting himself ready. So I don't want you to start asking for a number to call to start talking right away. We already got Lrtn coming in. So we're just discussing right now, and after that, I'm going to bring Lrtn on. You're going to see him on the page.
and one thing what will not accept here today, insults.
No insults. And
If
let me say that.
anybody,
Yeah, let me
if
say that.
anybody try to use any profanity, we will block you and we will remove you for now. We will sentence you
Obviously.
for time indefinite.
Yes.
That means we'll remove you from this network because we'll not encourage it. I want to make this fatigally clear that every Liberian has the right to express themselves. It's in our
correct.
constitution.
Yeah.
And the president told us that we should go by the constitution and learn it.
Yeah.
So it is our right to express yourself constructively. And if you ever listen to the show with Louis and Lobo, I want you to be precise. What he said in there that trigger you to attack him personally. And, if you want to defend the president, you can defend the president. If you want to defend Louis, you can defend Louis. But let us be civil. We are all Liberians. We all want the best for Liberia.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you can criticize Louis, then I bet you all should go to Salensa and start to criticize him, because we might bring Salensa up one day. Because if you think Lrtn said thing, I know Salensa campaigned 3 different times against George.
Oh, yeah,
so we all know that. You know that, eh?
Yeah, that was true.
And they are causing, according to what we've been
That's
hearing.
what I heard.
Yeah, so
That's what I heard.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I will turn over to my.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Let me take a quick break and get ready. I'm gonna get in touch with Lrtn. I'm gonna get in touch with Lrtn and bring him on. And in a few minutes, we'll be back, and you can follow the show, share it, let everybody know that we're on live, and I have the general in the house.
Yeah.
In the house today. The general is here.
Yes.
General is going to be coming on very soon on the network. So
Yep.
so stay tuned, and we're going to be right back in a few minutes. Before we go, I'm going to post the number on the screen that you can actually call after we get through with Lrtn, and there's any.
So he hearing us, huh?
No, anything that you want to ask, anything you want to ask, you can call the number and ask. So we're going to be right back.
Hello.
Pick up your shoe before you get struck by the thunders.
Sorry.
You are in the house of Mawu Patopa Osogolisa. There is no fear. So my son, what can I do for you today in my shrine?
Many little island know plenty. I want for them to be arrested. I want for them to go to jail. I want for them to be deported. I want for plenty bad things to happen to them. I want hear bad news when I get out in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. Keep up on the beat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
T12 on the beat.
If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Boss say, oh mama, enemies of progress. They don't want to see you shine. See you shine, mama. Enemies of progress. They don't want to see you prosper. Prosper, yeah. They want to see you die. Then I want to see you shine. They want to see you cry. Then I want to see you smiling. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I do it. We cry I do it. Yeah. So negativity. No more positivity. Every day I do it. We cry I do it. Yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, yeah. If you want hear my bad news, you and I, yeah, oh. Yeah, oh, mama. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. If you don't want to see me, you must close your eyes. Ready the best. If you don't want to see me, yeah, you must close your eyes. But say, oh mama, be up on me, be up on me. You can't pass my eyes, hey. Enemy of progress. You can't see me, oh. Away from you, I Gucci, Prada. Enemy, they want scatter man, dada. What am I carry me? If I lie, I look at them and swallow me. Any mess all around me, I can't see them all. Yeah, yeah. You won't hear say I'm suffering. You won't hear. You won't hear say I die. You and I, yeah. God forbid. You won't hear say I broke. You won't hear say I break down. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid, baba thing. God forbid. don't want to see me. You must pass your eyes. Pass it, oh mama. Pop for babe, baba thing. Pop for babe, baba thing. Pop for babe, baba thing, yeah. Baba thing, yeah.
Very cute, Jackie Franco, Grace Kuna, two super brother. DJ Eddie, D12. They can make it up, they can try it, yeah, yeah, yeah.
D12 on the beat.
All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. I say I jump over you. Now how you deep on me, I jump over you. I say I jump over you. Now how you deep on me, I jump over you. They will see it. I said they will, yeah, yeah. So you forced to let me. You not let me say you forced to let me. You forced to let me. You not let me say you forced to let me. Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When I can go away with you.
Okay, we're back. And to the viewers, we are back. And we finally have our guest in studio. I'm going to be bringing him on in a few minutes. Just hold tight. He's going to be on in a few minutes. We're getting ourselves together. So we want to say welcome. Welcome back. As we bring our guest on, he just came in. All right. And I'm going to put him on there, and you're going to see the guy. The wonderful guy everybody's talking about. All right. You're going to see the wonderful guy that everybody's talking about. Okay, that's Mr. Lrtn right there. Mr. Lrtn, I want to say welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Lrtn Radio and Television Network.
It is my honor.
Okay, so we want you to, for the sake of our audience, we would like you to introduce yourself to the audience, so at least they can know who you are.
My name is Louis B. Creighton Jr. I am the son of the late Louis Creighton. I was born in Bong Mines, Bong County. My mom is from Maryland. My dad is from Sino. I am a former professional and Liberian national team soccer player. Presently reside in the state of Georgia, in the city of Lawrenceville, Atlanta.
Which team you play for in Liberia, Lrtn? Maybe some people don't hear that.
I played for Blue Angels, which is the police team in the 2nd division.
Yeah, okay.
In the 3rd division, I played for a team in Gardnersville called Drag United. And then in the 1st division, I played for St. Joseph Warriors.
Okay. So he hear that for yourself, the audience. Okay, so I hope everybody can hear us very clear. And now we got Louis Lrtn on the screen. You see Louis Lrtn sitting right there from North Carolina.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sorry, from Atlanta, Georgia. And he's on here. Now, Louis, the reason why I tried to get in touch with you was I was called by John J. Jacob, called JJ Joseph Jacob. And there was a clip that was going around that had to do with this guy they called George Lobo.
and I listened to the tape, and there was another clip that went around too with Anthony Tokba. Anthony Tokba. I don't know what actually was going on, but listening to you and listening to Anthony Tokba and also listening to some tape that had to do with Joshua, I think
TB Joshua.
TB Joshua, and I was able to get in touch with JJ, and JJ came on here and he made some serious allegation that people got upset, and for the sake of my audience, people call me and say it would be right that I reach out to you so you can come on here and you know clear the air and let people know exactly what happened because you've been a soccer star and you've been in the first division team.
Yeah.
And yeah, you did a whole lot of good things for Liberia. So it would be nice for me to call you at least so they can get your side of the story because to every story there is two sides. So we try to reach out to you so we can bring. I know you said you didn't want to do all of that, but I convinced you and try to bring you on so we can clear the air
Well,
down.
Mr. Creighton, before you come out, do you know JJ? You know JJ?
I was going to ask him that.
Well, thank you very much, first of all, for inviting me to the show. I'm honored to be your guest today, to be able to clarify certain things that was said about me by Mr. Joseph Jacobs. So we talk about the TB Joshua incident. We talk about the video with George Lobo, and we talk about Anthony Toba's video that he made. So where do we start from? Do you want me to start how I know
Yes.
how I know JJ?
JJ. I want to know if you know because you see when you're making some allegation, like maybe JJ, you are best of friends or you know him like that, or I just tell us how the relationship between you and JJ.
Yeah, JJ, yeah.
Thank you very much. I came to know JJ in 1995 in the Ivory Coast.
Okay.
JJ came to the Ivory Coast, and we all used to be in Abidjan. We used to play for this team called ULIP, United Liberians.
Yeah.
That team was sponsored by Mr. Jonathan Ball Charles Sugby.
Yeah.
All right. I never met JJ in Liberia. I never knew of JJ in Liberia. I never encountered JJ in Liberia until I met him in 1995 in Abidjan. I left Abidjan in 1996 to go to Switzerland. I heard JJ say that he is my friend and brother. For the record, JJ is not my friend, nor is he my brother. JJ is an associate. All right. When you say somebody is your brother, it's somebody that you're in constant contact with. Okay. So JJ is not my brother. I heard JJ says that he know me for more than 30 years. I'm here to debunk that and tell your audience that that's a lie. I don't know JJ for over 30 years. So that's how I came to meet JJ. JJ also mentioned that he and I lived together. That is another lie I came to debunk. JJ and I never lived in the same house in the Ivory Coast. That's not true, and that's a lie. So, do I know JJ? Have I encountered JJ? Yes, but were we buddies, so to speak, or did we live in the same house, like he said, or do I know him for more than 30 years? That's a pathological lie.
Okay, good.
Okay, let me come in. Yeah. Let me come in a little bit now. Greeting.
Well, before you got anything to do because don't worry, we're not going. You're going to explain yourself here. We only want to get certain facts for the people to understand before.
As long as my battery lasts.
Okay, good.
Okay, all right. Now, let me ask you something, right? What first for the record, are you affiliated with any political party in Liberia? Are you a member of any political party?
Absolutely not. I have no political affiliation, no aspiration.
Okay.
I do not know any of these people except for the president in power right now.
Okay.
I do not know Ellis Cummings. I do not know Ben Nayure personally. I know of them. The only time in my life I ever came in contact with Ellis Cummings was when a sister of mine lost her husband a couple of months ago in Atlanta, and we were all at the family meeting. That was the only encounter I've ever had with Mr. Ellis Cummings. I do not have no political affiliation, like I said, no aspiration. I belong to no political party, and I would never ever be a part of any political party. I am a Liberian, a concerned Liberian who will speak nothing but the truth.
Okay. All right. To the audience, I just want to let you know for that because the reason I'm asking this question is how did you end up on George Lobo's show? How it all came about? Because you know George Lobo is from the Union Party, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that I know.
Now the thing is, were you invited or you just sitting home? I mean, tell me how you end up there because what we're getting is we're getting that people are being paid in Liberia to go out and say negative thing about the president, and the president administration. So how did you end up to George Lobo's show?
George Lobo is a little brother of mine. I call him little brother because I'm older than him. That I came to meet the first time in Arizona when I was staying active in my career. We had gone to Arizona. This time I was not with DC United, but rather with Kansas City Wizards. We had gone to Arizona for training camp. It was when I was introduced to George Lobo by my former teammate, Mr. Nestor Sandy. All right? They was far beyond politics. So George Lobo and I kept in contact since 2009. 10 years later, we are still big brother and little brother. And George Lobo, under no circumstances, can influence me to tell me what I need to do or say. George Lobo, during uh, the election, George Lobo invited me on his show. And I came on George Lobo's show, and he asked me some questions right after the interview with that Henry Costa had with Jonathan Sigbe, Kevin Sigbe, and Alicia Sigbe. And he wanted me to confirm the things that were being said by my three former colleagues. I did not say anything to George Lobo except for, can we give President Weah a chance and see what happened? He wanted this position. Let's give him a chance. As I say, and I stated in one of my interviews, only fools don't change. Wise man changes. So President Weah, love for this country and his vision, let's give him a chance to see what he's going to do. So when I came on the Lobo show the other day, as a matter of fact, I went twice. It was not because I'm politically bought, influenced, or manipulated. I am Louis Creighton. I have a mind of my own. I am not crazy. I am not insane. I have no psychological problems. So clean, Mr. JJ. I am a sound man.
Okay. All right. Another thing I wanted to find out from you. You said that you met JJ in Ivory Coast, in the Ivory Coast, Abidjan. Now, I know you are connected to Bocha. His name is Bocha, right? General Sigbe, okay, Bocha. Now, what's the relationship between you and General Sigbe?
My relationship with Jonathan Sigbe goes more than 40 years.
Do you still speak to him?
Jonathan Sigbe is my big brother. God in heaven first. Jonathan Sigbe is the vessel in which God used to take me to Switzerland. My relationship did not start through football or soccer. My relationship started because we all grew up in Bong Mines, where I was born. That's where our relationship goes back from. I know his entire family. And one of the reasons why I was also in the Ivory Coast was because Jonathan had his family in the Ivory Coast, and I was taking care of his family. I was taking care of his mom, his sisters. He left me the responsibility to be there to make sure that everything was going well for them. So our relationship goes beyond football, beyond soccer. Okay? So for to clear the air, Jonathan Borchas, let me put his Grebo name in it. Chia Sopi is my big brother. Okay? It's not somebody that I'm going to sit down and see things going, and because I'm trying to gain something that I would not say the truth to him. No. He's someone that we will agree, we will disagree, we will fight, we will fuss, but we will always remain brothers. So that's how far my relationship goes with Mr. Sopi.
Okay, and Lrtn, your last team, you played for DC United, eh?
I did.
Before going to Europe or after going to Europe?
I left Abidjan in 1996 to go to Switzerland. God in heaven first, like I said, Jonathan was the one who was the vessel that God used to take me to Switzerland.
Yeah.
So I went to Switzerland in 1996. So I played in Switzerland before coming to the US to play for DC United, and I ended my career in Minnesota with the Minnesota Stars.
Okay. So how you end up on the national team? Who invited you at the time? Is when Joshua was in, when Joshua and how many years did you play for the national team? You joined the
I was my first call to the national team was after the war subsided in 1991.
Okay.
All right. After the war subsided in 1991, the FA restructured the national team, and we were preparing for a tournament. It should have been a peace and reconciliation tournament in the Ivory Coast between Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and the Ivory Coast. But that tournament was not held. That was the first time I got a call to the national team. Okay, and then I remained on the national team whilst playing for St. Joseph. And in 1992, the national team made her first travel out of Liberia after the war. We went to Burkina Faso. 3 goalkeepers were on that team. It was Pio Bestman, Momo Blamo, and Louis Creighton. Okay, we came back. We had another match in Liberia. I was not in Jersey, but I was part of the team. We played, I believe it was Tanzania. The last time I was on the team before the Octopus, it was in 1992 when we traveled to formerly Zaire, now Democratic Republic of Congo. Upon our return to Monrovia a week after Octopus occurred, it was when, during the Octopus situation, it was when I left Liberia.
Okay. Let me come here and ask you. Now, I know this will sound a little bit, odd, maybe, I don't want you to get upset for what I'm going to ask you, but this was a serious thing that JJ said during his interview with him. Do you have any medical issue? Are you I know it sounds funny, but do you have any mental issue or, anything going on with you that, people is not aware of? Can you elaborate on that?
Listen to my answer. Yeah. Listen to my answer. You and your audience.
Yeah.
The only medical issue that I have is that I'm sound, I'm intelligent, I'm smart, I'm articulate, I can articulate myself clearly. I went to school, and I'm not a fool. That's the only medical problem I have. So if that is something that is a medical problem for someone to be outspoken, to be sound, to be intelligent, to be smart, to be able to articulate himself, to be able to be honest and speak the truth, if that's how JJ determines someone to be medically insane, then you can tell from JJ's explanation, as he claimed that he was 20 years or he had 20 years experience in the medical field, in diagnosing somebody that has a medical problem, then I want you and your audience to be the judge. But do I have any medical problem? None. Except for the one that JJ created for me.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you, Lrtn, let me ask you this question, right? Okay. I listened to your podcast with John Lowe, and you were saying some things about the George Weah administration. You said you did Harlow conversation with him before he became president. Can you elaborate back this?
Can you go back?
Yeah, before you ask that. Okay,
You ask what you want to ask. I want to come back to the George president. We are at the time player.
Yeah, player.
You were on the team with Ghana.
Ghana.
You were one of the last group of players at the time. And how many games you and George? How you really got in contact with George? You on the national team. Were you close to him like you? Because they got people you're on in the same group, but I just high. And I know George where he can take to certain players certain time. Especially I know George where I would love his goalkeeper, his defenders, certain people I know who he talk to. So how was your relationship on the team?
Listen, George is my big brother. All right. And like I said, let me go back again to when I left Liberia and I went to Switzerland. I did. I did not come back to the national team until 1999 when I made my debut in Monrovia against Tunisia in the 2000 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. It was the last game in the group stage. We weren't going to qualify, but we were home to Tunisia in Monrovia. And that was my first game, and we won the game 2-0. But prior to that, I knew George. I knew George because George back home was playing for IE before traveling even to Cameroon, was a close family friend to my first cousin. So we did interact before him going to Cameroon. All right. So when I got on the national team, okay, that's where our relationship was strengthened. Okay. Even though there was this, because sometimes people felt like because you were close to Paul Charles, so you had a problem with George, or when you were close to George, you had a problem with Paul Charles. We did not, George and I did not have that because you're for Paul Charles. No, he always looked at me as a low brother. And let me say this, since I have this opportunity.
Before you say that, let me ask the audience. I'm hearing that you're getting a feedback. So if you're getting the feedback, if you can hear everything clear, can you just give me a thumbs up or let us know that you understand everything that's going on, that you can hear Mr. Creighton. So please, if you're getting a feedback on here, just let me know. I think it's coming from my end. So just let us know if you're getting a feedback or if you can hear Mr. Creighton very clearly. All right. So I'm gonna wait for a few minutes. I'm gonna have him go on to talk. Anything, just let us know, okay? Well, I see a lot of people coming on. Share the video, let everybody know. We'll have the most talk about, the most powerful and talk about goalkeeper. Not a football guy, you know. Yeah. So I'm excited to have him on the network. So go ahead.
So like I said, I mean, we developed our own personal relationships where I even whilst in Switzerland, I went to George when he was in Marseille. I visited him. There were times where I remember 2-3 occasions George came to Switzerland to the FIFA Congress, and he visited me at my house. Okay, I went to the hotel and I visited him. Are we good, gentlemen?
Yeah.
So we had our own relationship. I remember even the return leg against Congo Brazzaville after we won the match in Monrovia. We were going for the return leg in Congo, and the president. Let me just not call him George. Let me give him his honor and his title. The president called me and he said, "Are you flying to Monrovia to meet up with the rest of the team, then go to Congo?" I said no. I said I don't see why should I fly all the way to Monrovia when I can get a flight direct from Paris to go to Brazzaville. So he said, you know what, that's a good idea. Let's meet in Brazzaville, and then we can fly together. And so we flew to Brazzaville. I flew to Paris from Zurich, met him, and we flew together. So, like I said, we had our own personal relationships on the national team and outside of the national team. And so I stayed on the national team from 1999 up to 2008. That's when I officially retired. But then I came back again and played my final game on the national team in 2010 against Cape Verde in Monrovia.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now let me. I was asking about the interaction you had with the president before the election. Because I remember on Joe Lobo show you said you asked him what's next after soccer, and he told you he was going to be president. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I mean, listen,
Something I'm trying to draft to. Okay, I'm trying to draft to something for
listen,
the audience. Go ahead.
and it is nothing wrong with wanting to be president of Liberia if you are all Liberia. It is the right of every Liberian
Yes.
to want to be president. I was just concerned and I said, really, is that really what you want to do? You know, when you're a professional athlete, whether it's in soccer, basketball, whatever, you spend a lot of time away from your family. So I was like, I don't know, but I think it would be a good thing if you spend time with your family. But it was not my decision to override his desire of wanting to be. I just asked the question, is that really what you want to do? And he said he wanted to be president of Liberia, which is his God-given right. Okay, it's not a fabricated story. It's a story that I was there in Mali after our return to Bamako from Mopti after we had lost the match to Nigeria 2-1. And we had that conversation in the hotel.
Okay. And he told you okay. Now you said in your statement with George Lobo, you said that you told the president to do the right thing.
Yes, I mean, another thing, let me clear, since I have this forum. JJ mentioned in his podcast with you that we are in constant contact. The last time
We're gonna come to that. I don't
all
want you
right.
to come there. We're gonna
No,
come.
the reason why,
I will-
because the last time I seen the president
uh-huh,
before when he was senator
uh-huh.
was 4 years ago.
Okay.
The last time I was in Liberia was in July. I was in Liberia for 1 month between June and July. That was the last time I seen the president. It was the last time I went to Liberia. I have not gone to Liberia in 4 years.
In 4 years. Wow. Okay. You said that you were disappointed with the way the president is governing.
I am,
Okay.
not was.
Yeah. You
I
okay?
am
Yeah. You
disappointed.
yeah, you are disappointed. Now let me ask you this. Uh, why are you disappointed?
I'm
Why?
disappointed because of what is going on in the country. Hear me and hear me well. If you listen to my interview with George Lobo, I said it's not everything that is happening in Liberia. It is the fault of the president.
Okay.
All right. The president came to power, and there's a lot of things that he inherited from the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. And let me make this clear. I was never and still not a fan of Ellen Johnson. All right. I I feel personally that she would have done a lot of things better than what she did in her 12 years as president of Liberia. Okay. So I'm not blaming all of the fault on the president. But my thing is, when you make a promise to the people of Liberia and their hopes are high in you and you're going to turn things around, you gotta be mindful that your words will be you will be held accountable for everything that you say. Okay, so my thing here, the economy is extremely bad. Can we deny that? Can we deny that our people are suffering? Can we deny that recently the MCSS students had to protest in favor of the teachers being paid? Can we deny that hospitals are not functioning properly? Can we deny that people are not getting paid and few government officials are enjoying? Are these things not true? Am I the only one saying that? So these are the things, some of the things that I am disappointed as a Liberian, okay? Because our hopes were raised high. We all hope and pray that you will do good. Let me tell you something. the day the president won the election, there's a guy in Minnesota called Joshua Bernard. He's a personal friend of George Weah. If he got that clip, ask him to replay that clip. He called me. I was on his show and we were celebrating together. I'm like, I don't even know how am I going to call him, because most of us that were close, we always used to call him Money, or we call him George, but I would call him Money. That's how I would call him. So I'm like, it's so funny now that I have to transition from Money to Mr. President. I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, I was excited for George Weah's ascendancy to the presidency because I was hoping, based on our last conversation, that he would listen to my advice when I said, please, sir, if you become president, please do the right thing. Our people are suffering. So, like I said, and I said on George Lobo's show, if Mr. Weah today do the right thing, I will praise Mr. Weah. If Mr. Weah does not do the right thing, I will speak my mind. Criticism, no criticism. If you can't take criticism, then you're not a human being. But I can take it. But I know I stand for what is truth and I stand for what I say.
Yeah. Louis, thank you very much. During the election, we were all active. I noticed that you were not part of it. You never came out to criticize George at the time, the president. At the time, he was a senator, now president. And the clip you're talking about, and I was one of those who were managing Zor in Liberia before he even came here. I saw that clip after the election, and you and him were celebrating. But you know, when it comes to politics, it's good as a Liberian. Now we're not thinking about football. We're not thinking about friendship anymore. Liberia is bigger than friendship. Liberia is bigger than my family. So I saw the clip with you and Lobo where you were speaking your mind. To me personally, I see nothing wrong with it. You were speaking your mind. The Constitution gave you the right to speak. But other guys felt that you only did that because of Jonathan Sibwe, the relationship with you, and you only did that because you feel that since Borchas is not working with George Weah, so you want to do anything with George Weah once the judge. But I don't see nothing wrong with the clip. I will tell you personally, I saw everything. I saw the TV judge. So I just want you to elaborate on that.
You see, Jonathan is my big brother. But one thing Jonathan has never done and will never do is to influence me, to tell me what he wants me to say or do. I'm a grown man. I have a mind of my own. I see things. All right. Since 2004, people have called me and wanted me to come out and say a lot of negative things about the president. I refuse. I refuse. Since 2004, I refuse. I said I would not do it. Okay? Because, like I said, I was waiting to see if he became president, what he was going to do as he promised he will. So we've been waiting all these months. Okay, am I the only one that is saying this? No, I'm not the only one. All right. Other people spoke before he even became president. I waited until he became president to see what he was going to do. And now I'm seeing what he's doing. I'm not satisfied. But is there hope that he can make a difference if he wants to? Sure. If that moment arrives, if you listen, I asked George Lobo, if President Weah today, in its next 4 years, turn the situation around to do things better in Liberia, will you acknowledge that? And he said yes. And I would do the same thing too. But until then, Mr. Weah have to prove and he have to live up to the promises he made, not to me, but to the Liberian people. And I say this again, until I see this, I will speak out.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a very key question, right? Will you promise job by the president?
Excuse me for laughing.
Yeah.
All right.
I know, but I just want to get that straight. Will you promise that if I win the election, I'm gonna find something for you to do?
And thank you brought that up, because in one of JJ's statement, he mentioned that after the election, I spoke to him. I was excited, And I said I was going home. I was one of those people who got on the flight and went to Liberia for the inauguration. And I spoke to JJ. That's a pathological lie. JJ and I have not spoken to each other in 4 years. 4 years I have not spoken to Joseph Jacob. I never went to Liberia. I was in Liberia in June of 2015.
So you never went for the inauguration?
Never. I was right there. As a matter of fact, the inauguration, can you remind me which month was the inauguration?
January.
January.
2018.
20 is when I'm busy with 4 different high schools in the Georgia metropolitan area. There's no way I would have left my job to go and celebrate with Mr. Weir doing his inauguration. So that's another lie from JJ I came to correct. I have not spoken to JJ. Let JJ show you my phone number that he has if he and I have spoken in the last 4 years. We have never had any conversation. I did not go to Liberia for the inauguration. I was sitting right here in Atlanta, Georgia, doing my work.
Okay.
So the president did not promise me any job. If you want to know, last year, I spoke to the president of the Liberian Football Federation, Mr. Mustafa Raji. I said to him, Mr. Raji, congratulations on your ascendancy as the president of the FA. I would like to come to Liberia to help the goalkeepers in Liberia to run a seminar. Mr. Mustafa Raji told me, Louis, that's a good proposal. I want you to sit down and write the FA a proposal on what you want to do. I wrote Mr. Raji the proposal, and I'm yet to get his response. But for JJ to say that I talked to him during the inauguration, that's a lie. Don't lie on me, JJ. You and I haven't spoken in 4 years. Set the record straight. You know the reason why you're so angry with me. And it has nothing to do with George Weah. It has nothing to do with football. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's something that you personally have against me. So for you to sit down and make up all these lies that you and I spoke, I talked to you, you're my friend and brother for over 30 years. We slept in the same bed. We live in the same house. You are not telling the truth. Probably you need to see a doctor, because to lie like that on somebody, that means there's something seriously wrong with you.
Yeah, but let me ask you something, right? You when you went to Abidjan, when you was in Abidjan, did you meet JJ in Abidjan?
JJ met me.
Oh, he met you in Abidjan.
JJ met me in the Ivory Coast.
So you interacted with JJ before you
Yes.
left?
JJ and I play on United Liberia team. And then I left for Switzerland in 1996.
For 1996.
Or you think Borchas promised to carry JJ and he took you?
Well, I mean, that I don't know. I have nothing to do with that. Well, listen, Borchas was given. I personally, before I left from Abidjan to go to Switzerland, I was able to help at least about 7 to 8 players that came through Abidjan that Borchas sent to me to process the visa, to get the tickets. Emmanuel Harris, Frank Sito. Even there was a Lebanese guy who played for junior professional called Wai. Okay, Jiggins Cooper, Joe Dixon. All right, all of these people came to Abidjan. I processed the documents and they went to Europe. That was before electricity. So Borchas said, if you're doing good and there is an opportunity, he will help you. He had opened the door to help everybody. Okay, so JJ, I don't know what happened. He was just not fortunate. But JJ and I were never roommates. JJ, please clear the air and let the people know that you and I never slept in the same bed, nor lay in the same house.
Okay, accomplishment. Let's come to the accomplishment. I want you to elaborate a little bit on the accomplishment, because there was certain things that was said about you concerning accomplishment. I know it depends on what people believe accomplishment should be. I have a picture of you. I know JJ told me that you don't have a place to stay in Atlanta, Georgia. He said that on the podcast I have with him, and you send me the pictures. I'm gonna put the picture up on the screen. It's on the screen right now. People not seeing you, but they're looking at the picture of the house. You send a picture to me. You said that's where you live, and JJ was saying that you don't have a house. You don't have a house. You from one area to another. I want you to clear the air on
No,
that.
no. Be specific. What he said. He said I live in the ghetto.
Okay, all right, but tell me a little bit about your
You're trying to make it
accomplishment.
polite.
Yeah.
You gotta make
No, tell me a little bit about your accomplishment. You talk about your accomplishment. You was I don't know the football thing. I want you to listen because I had a whole list that it's not easy to catch up with everything. So just go ahead and just give my audience the opportunity.
First of all, I'm very humble and grateful to God for giving me the opportunity to turn my habit into a career and for my career to open doors for me and for me to enjoy the fruit of my labor. All right. When I was growing up as a little boy, all I wanted was to go to school. I wanted to be either a lawyer or I wanted to be a pilot. Those were two things I wanted to be growing up. Right. And then in 1996, by the grace of God, remember from 1992, I went through my time as a refugee in Nigeria, in Ghana, and also in the Ivory Coast. All right. I went to Switzerland in 1996. The first 6 months I was there, did not have a job. All right. I managed to continue keeping myself up. In 1997, I signed my first professional contract with FC Luzern, Luzern, FC Luzern. That's in the central of Switzerland. That was the first contract I signed, all right, with the 10. Remember, I left Liberia in 1992 during the Octopus, okay? I had no connection until I went to Switzerland in 1996, signed my first professional contract, okay? By the grace of God, when I went to Switzerland, it was Alex Brown, Josephus Yene, John J. Innes, Jonathan Sugbe, and I. 1996, another Liberian used to be in Switzerland, Jonas Savier. Okay, those were the Liberians that was in Switzerland. Alex Brown and I went to Luzern. From Luzern, I moved to Grasshoppers Club. Okay, and remember at the time I went to Switzerland, it was extremely difficult for foreign players. Every club used to allow only 5 foreign players. And then in my position as a goalkeeper, you can imagine how difficult it was. So I moved around from club to club trying to find a place. That's why I went to several different clubs in Switzerland. From Luzern, I went to the most famous historical club in Switzerland, Grasshoppers Club. Check the record. I went to Grasshoppers. I have another Liberian today that is playing on the team right now. I don't know his name, but there's another Liberian who's playing for Grasshoppers. I went to Grasshoppers. I moved around second division clubs, and until in 2004, my break came through when I went to FC Basel. If you follow football, FC Basel has been one of the main representative of Switzerland in the Champions League a couple of years now. All right. I went to Basel. We won we won the first championship with Basel. I won 2 championships with FC Basel. I won 2 Swiss Cup with FC Basel. I won 2 European Cup with FC Basel. I came to the United States of America and I played in the US Open Cup called the Llama Hunt. We won the US Open Cup with DC United, which qualified us for the equivalent of the European Champions League called the CONCACAF. Right? On top of that, besides George, I'm the second Liberian ever to have been given the opportunity to play in 2 FIFA World All-Star games. My first game was in South Africa, 1999. This was even before I played for Liberia. I already played my first FIFA World All-Star game. And my second FIFA World All-Star game was in 2008. 1999 was in honor of President Nelson Mandela. 2008, it was the merge of Hong Kong and China, the 50th anniversary. That was the two FIFA World All-Star games I played. Besides that, besides Anthony Togba, I'm the only Liberian or second Liberian to ever play in an African nation. These are some of my accomplishments. Besides that, all right, as a goalkeeper, I was also fortunate to play in the UEFA and Champions League in Europe. Well, when I say that I am the most accomplished Liberian goalkeeper, let me clarify what that means. No disrespect to any goalkeeper, past or present. All right? Just imagine 1993 up to 1995, you are a refugee. And between 1997 and 2008, this is what you did in your career. How can one not be humble, grateful, thankful? And I say this not precociously. For JJ and others who don't understand the word precocious, I mean not boastful or proud, because JJ, you cannot even pronounce the word successful. You call it successful. The word is successful. I will school you today, JJ, that you next time you will be very mindful when you come after a man who knows how to articulate himself. When you are on a podcast or when you are being interviewed, JJ, you give the moderator chance to explain. You could barely even give this man a chance to explain himself, and you had the audacity to look at me and say that I am crazy. You and I, who's crazy? I will school you today, and I will let you know, and I will give you the definition, and I will show you that you are crazy. Okay, so that's my meaning of being accomplished. No disrespect to Pee Wee Bestman. No disrespect to Ball Cooper. No disrespect to Momo Blamo. Let me tell you something, how much I love Pee Wee Bestman. When we went to Mali in 2002, Anthony did not come for the Nations Cup. I asked the team manager for me and Pee Wee Bestman to be roommates. You know why? When I was growing up, that's the man that I look up to and always wanted to be with him and be like him. And when I had the opportunity in 2002 for Pee Wee and I to be roommates, there would be nights that he was up and I would look at him. I'm like, am I the one in the room with Pee Wee Bestman? Are you kidding me? This is my role model. This is someone that I look up to. All right? No disrespect to all of these guys who came before me. But let's face the fact. Pee Wee was a hero for Barrow, for Liberia. Did Pee Wee play abroad? No. Did Paul Cooper play abroad? So when I say I'm the most accomplished, I'm not talking about in having money, having wealth, having cars, as JJ interprets in his definition of accomplishment. My accomplishment is in the space of 8 to 9 years that I could represent Liberia. I could represent my club. I could win silverware, which is championship in Europe, playing abroad. I could also play 2 FIFA World All-Star games. This is what I consider accomplishment. For your understanding, Mr. Joseph Jacobs and Mr. Eddie Cowell. Let me come to Eddie Cowell. He was one of your caller on your phone. Eddie
We're
Cowell
gonna go to
said,
Eddie Cowell. Before we go to Eddie Cowell, I know we're gonna go to Eddie Cowell, but
all right.
let me ask you something, right? You're talking about your accomplishment, right? Uh, how you end up to TT Joshua? Joshua.
No,
And JJ was saying TDJ. I said,
well,
No,
if you
yeah,
need
how you end up there? Because from what JJ was saying was, I listened to the clip where you went to the guy, and I think he prayed over you, and at the time he gave you something.
I will explain all of
Yeah,
that.
and you took the thing, and
John.
you tell nobody, no, you tell the team, and you put it on the, I think you put it on the field,
Yeah.
and they pick you up. Yeah, so explain a little bit about that.
First of
Explain a little
all,
bit about that.
JJ,
How did you know?
JJ, you need to learn how to pronounce people's name. You need to understand the subject matter that you speak to, and you need to stop lying. The man name is not TD Jakes. You couldn't even pronounce the word TD Jakes properly. You said TDJ, TDJ. No, there's nothing. Don't speak Bassa when you come to an interview. Speak English, JJ. His name is not TDJ. His name is not even TD Jakes. His name is TB Joshua. That's who I went to. All right. In 1999, I played with a former teammate of mine from Nigeria called James Obiora. James Obiora, we played for Grasshoppers together. James Obiora was the one who gave me.
Hold on 1 second. Sonny. Listen, everybody keep calling my phone. People calling me back to back. I'm going to put the number on the screen for you to call you and ask all your questions you want.
You were asked.
But we're giving our guests the opportunity to speak.
We want you to listen before you change the story.
Yeah, we don't want the story to be changed. We want you to listen, and it will give the opportunity for you to call. People keep calling me. I see Timothy Sharp is calling me. JJ, you just called me. Just hold on. After this, everybody going to have the opportunity to call. So please, just hang on tight. When he's done, everybody can call in and you can ask your question. Go ahead.
If JJ is going to make this personal, because he came on air, I never said nothing. Yes. But if he's going to come here to make this personal, I will excuse myself from the program.
You got the opportunity.
And I will promise you, and Creighton, we made it clear, if he want to ask a question, because he's not going to make it. That's why we doing everything possible. It cannot be. He will not insult and not to make. You're not going to get no dialogue.
We don't have
JJ,
disrespect our guests. It's not going to happen.
JJ and his friend Tim Sharp. I know the reason why they are calling. All right, but that's not the reason why we are here. I'm here to clarify. JJ is saying that I'm insane. I live in the ghetto. I don't have nowhere to stay. I'm crazy, and he know me for 30 years. So I just came to clarify the lies that JJ told about me. All right, so
just go ahead.
In 1999, I met my former teammate, introduced me, or not introduced me per se, but he gave me this VHS cassette player then. So he said, go and look this cassette up and see this guy. So I'm like, what is it about? He said, it's about a prophet in Nigeria called TB Joshua. So I took this cassette home. My ex-wife and myself, we sat down, we watched the cassette, and she was very amazed to see what was taking place in Nigeria at TB Joshua's church, the synagogue church of all nations.
Yeah, powerful man.
It was then she revealed to me that her late sister was sick. And I'm like, well, why you never told me? She said, I was embarrassed. I said, listen, sickness is something that anybody can have. There was nothing for you to be embarrassed about. But she was like, oh, you know what? I think there's a need for us to go to synagogue church. So I'm like, listen, you need to be mindful. You need to be mindful about these things, because the Bible warns about such a time and people like this. Yeah. So be mindful. But she was so strong-minded, strong-hearted, and decided that, listen, I want to go. So she took her sister. I didn't go on the first trip with her. She took her sister. She came back, and like I explained in my interview with the gentleman and the lady who broke away from the synagogue church, Sis Abisola, who was, like I said, was like the chief of staff for TB Joshua. And she came back and said her sister was healed. So I was like, okay, what happened? Explain to me. Oh, TB Joshua did this. He prayed for her and everything, and the sickness is gone away. So now we need to go around Switzerland and testify. Well, I had to follow suit. She insisted. So I'm like, listen, I don't want no noise with this woman. Let me just go and follow her. And I was just there in the back, and she told the story. Then it came time for us to go to synagogue church. Yes, I'm not ashamed to say that I went to synagogue church. Okay, JJ, hear me well. When I went to synagogue church, because of what I also saw, I became a little bit convinced. But I wanted to be there myself to see if these things really were true. You get to synagogue church, they tell you to make a confession and ask God for forgiveness. And they also tell you to write out your problems, what you want God to help you with. All right. So I wrote, I would like God to help me for me to have a better contract or a better career or to move me to a bigger club. I also wrote, and I'm not ashamed on this forum to say that God should bless me with a child. Now, JJ, when you come after a man to say that the reason why he doesn't have, or the reason why his unborn children did not live is because I sold my children for fame and career, that's way below the belt, JJ. That's way below the belt. You can't go that low. I'm not the only one on this earth that does not have kids. Oprah Winfrey does not have kids, and a lot of people, and millions of people, but look the good things that they are doing. So you're not going to go bring me down low to think that because I don't have kids, so I'm not a man. JJ, I'm glad for everything God has brought me and has given me. So let me go back. So I went to TB Joshua and I met TB Joshua and I told him I was put on the line.
Somebody probably calling him.
I'm sorry. He prayed for me, okay, and he gave me some water to drink. Told me to drink and cleanse myself and to go back to Switzerland, and everything was going to be fine. All right. The mistake that I personally made, I started to look at TB Joshua instead of looking at my Creator. Okay, because of the signs and wonders that I seen at the synagogue church, I thought, really, this man is truly a man of God, and the things that he's doing, they are real. Okay. And then I went back again, my ex-wife and I. This time I was en route to Sudan. Liberia was going to Sudan, but I was passing through Nigeria to go to Sudan. So when I got there, she and I went to the embassy to obtain a visa. I had to send my passport to get a visa to go to Sudan. So I remember before my departure, TB Joshua and I, we sat in the church. When I first went to synagogue in 1999, synagogue were all dust. It was all dust. The floor weren't cast. There was no cement. It was all dust. So TB Joshua and I was sitting in the sanctuary, and he said, "You're traveling to Sudan?" I said, "Yes." He said, "All right, I'm gonna pray over this sand, and I'm gonna give it to you. I will put it in a little bag, carry it with you when you go, sprinkle it and plead the blood, and you guys gonna be victorious." I listened to him as a man of God, and I did as instructed. It was not no charm. It was not the voodoo. Like JJ mentioned that he's taking bath with holy water and rub himself with oil. Why yours is not charm? Why mine is charm? JJ, because it's from TB Joshua and I criticize him? No, I told you what he said for me to do. Okay, so we went to Sudan, we lost the match. Okay, man proposes, God disposes.
Which is true.
Okay, so that just to show that TB Joshua, I mean, is limited, even though he's a prophet. I'm almost done because I really want to condense this so I can take calls. Okay, so came back. TB Joshua said I should not let anybody know that we lost the match. Fast forward, this is where I really, really got angry when my sister-in-law stopped taking her medication. Her sickness deteriorated. I don't know if JJ know what that means by that. You can help him with what deteriorated means. Okay, meaning JJ, it got worse. All right, that's what deteriorated means, JJ. So, it got worse. So we had to take her back to the synagogue church. So when she went to the synagogue, I mean, TB Joshua refused to see her. He refused. The 2 weeks she was there, he even got angry with this very lady, Sis Abisola, and the rest of the people at the synagogue church. Why did you let this woman come here? Why you never informed me? But he knew she was coming. Long story, my sister-in-law went back to Switzerland and she died. We contacted the synagogue church. TB Joshua refused. He refused to answer us. Even Sister Abisola refused to answer us because she was mandated and instructed not to take any calls from us. All right? That's when I broke away. In 2001, Liberia went to Nigeria. We went to Port Harcourt for our World Cup qualification match. TB Joshua sent 2 people to Nigeria, to Port Harcourt to come and meet me. I refused to talk to them. Okay? Not until recently, as 3 months ago, I came in contact with Sister Abisola after 20 years. If you read the topic on the video that I did with for TB Joshua, it says how TB Joshua ruined my life. Okay, I can further go to say the TB Joshua that I know, the TB Joshua that I know. So the reason why I did that video about TB Joshua was to help a lot of people to not make the same mistakes that me and my ex-wife made that caused the demise of her sister. Okay, so my point here I'm making is, JJ, I never use any charm. You mentioned that I also one time put something in my gloves in Ivory Coast, and I pray a long prayer, and you were telling the late Van Ball, oh, something is wrong with creating. JJ, those are all fabricated stories. I never, ever in my life use anything except besides praying to God to help me. I believe in his prophet TB Joshua. I came to find out he is not who I thought he is. And that's the reason why I broke away and I spoke what I experienced and encountered at the Synagogue Church. JJ, if you have been involved with voodoo or medicine or charm, that you even claim that somebody the one that got your knee to what it is, it's because you didn't seek proper medical attention. Had you sought medical attention, probably your knee would not be there or like that. Nobody did nothing to you. I'm not like you, JJ. I don't do witchcraft. Never been involved. Never have been. Never will be. Not crazy. Never would be. I'm a sound man.
Okay. All right. Creating for the sake of time.
Yeah.
I think the audience. I want the audience
No,
to be.
before he go, I want to go to Tuba.
Oh yeah, okay, to talk about right.
To Anthony Tuba. You saw the video Anthony Tuba
The
made.
little clip. Yeah, no.
I did.
Yeah, before you even asking that, did you have a conversation with Anthony Togba after he made a video?
Anthony Togba is my brother.
Okay.
Anthony Togba and I will never be rivals.
Okay, but you listened to the video, right?
I listened to Anthony.
Okay.
All right. Anthony and I spoke on Tuesday. Anthony lived 10 minutes away from my house. JJ say I live in the ghetto. I will ask you to call Anthony Togba and ask him where does Louis Creighton live. Anthony is 10 minutes down the street from me. Anthony was at my house last year doing my birthday party. We didn't go to the ghetto, like JJ say. So Anthony can attest that I live in a house. The Tupi Parker he mentioned can attest that I live in the house. You know why? Because they all were here for my birthday party.
The house is on the screen right now. The house is on the screen. Everybody's seeing the house.
They all were here at my house.
Question with Josh Lobo about Zizi Roberts and Josh. You have ordered him to get down and slap the police on when you guys were going on the football field to play. Can you elaborate on that? Because Tuba talked about it too. He said it was not true. Was Tuba in the van that day? Was Tuba in the bus?
It was the last game. It was the game we lost to Ghana.
Tuba
and I was Angel, and Tuba was the goalkeeper. But you know, let me do this today. You know, I'm not going to make this about Zizi Roberts. And let me say this: what I said in my podcast with George Lobo, I stand by every word that came out of my mouth. I would take nothing back, and I'm not afraid for anything that I said. I stand up for in what I said. Anthony talked about we have our differences. We don't have political differences. We can differ in goalkeeping on something that we think that's no, this is not the way it should be. That's where we would differ, but not in politics. So Anthony talked about how we want to dispute what I said. I mean, listen, there's some places, like I said on Lobo Show, I will not go. Because when you're in a fraternity, there are certain things that you be mindful. And I'm not going to go there today on that. Am I saying that it did not happen? I'm not saying it never happened. I'm saying I would not go there. But whatever I spoke on Lobo Show, I stand by every word.
Okay, I listen to the
mouth.
Lobo Show. I still confused because I listen to Anthony Tuba. And he said that you should stop talking about your friends. So I don't wish are the friends because I know the only person name that you mentioned in that thing was the Zizi.
I mentioned Musa Shano.
Musa Shano.
And let me tell you why I mentioned Musa Shano. I mentioned Musa Shano because when Musa Shano became the vice president of
LFA.
LFA,
I listen.
there was a lot of disrespect that he showed to the former teammates that he
Yes.
played alongside,
That's what you said.
including Washington Blade.
Yeah.
All right. I mentioned a particular incident where Fofi Kamara, who is now one of the security to the president,
Yeah.
went to the field. At the time, he was the security to Representative Mona Pelham.
Yeah.
And they went to the game,
And it's
and
stopping.
Musa Shano refused Fofi Kamara for entering the stadium. I wish it was me. And that's the reason why I mentioned Musa Shano. And so many other players. He did that to Jonas Xavier, not the same thing, but he disrespected James Diba. James Diba, he disrespected and said James Diba should be very grateful that he was given the job as a national team coach. And he should shut his mouth and do his job. And I came on, he said it. He said that to James Diba. This is Musa Shano. And that's some of the reasons why I mentioned his name and the reason why I got angry. Okay? Other than that, all right, I didn't call no other player name. Okay? My point is why people did not go after Jonathan Subway, James Diba, Danisha Subway, and Kevin Subway. All right? Why are you coming after me? I saw an open letter that Robert Clark wrote to the president appealing and advising him.
Yeah.
And saying, sir, we are on the streets and we got the ears of the people and we hear what they're saying. Do the right thing. I will say this again, Mr. President, please, sir, do the right thing. If you do, I will praise you. If you don't, I will speak out.
Okay. All right. I think my phone is buzzing.
Everybody to be frank with you, let me tell you, Mrs. We'll have to stop. We will take the calls here, but
yeah, let's take calls.
We're not going to. I don't know if this is not a dialogue between Creighton and JJ.
No,
because JJ came out and tried to
denigrate my yes.
I'm this man,
yeah.
Which I know. You know what? I don't want to say anything about. I've been around football for too long. TM and people. Sometimes people wonder who is me. And, who is Munel? But I'm a guy with sharp eyes and sharp ears. I don't think we allow JJ to make a statement or to call. Frankly speaking, they're not in dialogue. They're not dialoguing. They're not because JJ not going to ask in question because the problem with us.
We're not going to.
They don't. I'll tell you. According to I told you before.
Yeah.
According to the entire thing I listened to, he never watched the show. JJ never watched the entire episode. He never watched it. Because if you're going to watch it, and I told you that day, I said, I don't know why JJ will have to go up there and make it personal because he never even listened. I watched the whole thing.
Because JJ cannot listen, because JJ cannot comprehend, because JJ cannot understand English.
I watched the TV Joshua thing from the start to the end, the whole thing. And when you watch it, I said, no, the man says sin. It was not me, he says sin. You know what I told you? Yes, I said, no, the man said they gave me a sin. And even to not let people know, so they never watch this thing yet.
Yeah, but let me say this.
But let people ask him if they want to ask a question. Let different people.
They can ask a question, but just to clarify, the Liberian Radio and Television Network is for all Liberians. We give everybody the opportunity to come and express themselves. And if somebody call us and they ask us they want to come on here and we go there, we'll give you the opportunity. It's our responsibility to reach out to the next party to come out if you say something negative about them. So that's why you have Creighton is on here. That's what we're building on. Because I was saying there, I was said, I don't want the platform to be something that people can use to tell people repetition.
Yeah, no,
so I got the audience. The audience will be the judge. We have him on here. So we're going to get the opportunity. I'm going to put
all right. Excuse me. Can I say one more thing before you guys, because I really want to take the audience calls right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of your second to the last caller was Mr. Eddie Cow. Eddie Cow mentioned also that he know me from Switzerland. He and I play in Switzerland together. That's another fabricated a lie told by another former teammate of mine who and I played for St. Joseph Warriors. The last time I seen Eddie Cabo in person was May 6, 1990, 29 years ago. May 6, 1990. Why I remember this date so vividly? Because it was the last game St. Joseph played against Lamco in Fosa on the late President Samuel Doe birthday. at the ATS. That was the last time I seen Eddie Cowell. I have not seen him in person in 29 years. And Eddie Cowell, you say you play in Switzerland, name the team, the city, and the year you play in Switzerland. I dare you, Eddie Cowell, that you play in Switzerland, name the team, the city, and the year that you play in Switzerland. Because don't forget, I was in Switzerland from 1996 until I came to the US in 2008. So come on, Eddie, I challenge you to name the team that you played for and the team that you and I, Eddie Cowell, play on in Switzerland. That's my last statement. So we can bring the callers.
Okay. All right. To the audience, we want to say thank you for watching, and we'll have Louis Creighton is on the line from he's on camera from Atlanta, Georgia. And I also have, I think you can look in the studio with me, you see the general with the hat on. I don't know when he begins Sawyer, or he's here with the hat with the hat on. The general came to have our show. We had him today first. Then I was going to bring Creighton on, but we decided to have him stay on the show. So you can call in. The number is on the line on the screen. You listen to the podcast from yesterday. I think day for yesterday. I mean, and John J. Jacob said a whole lot of things about Creighton.
Joseph Jacobs.
Joseph Jacob. I mean, I can do it.
Don't let John J. come from
Yeah, Joseph Jacob. I'm sorry, Joseph Jacob said a whole lot. So I was able to get in touch with Creighton, and Creighton is on here, and he gave me all the information. I think you've been watching, and you've been seeing the hospital. JJ said he don't have a place to stay. He leaving from one place to another place. And I had a picture on there. I think you saw the picture. We talked about achievement. He clarified about the TP Joshua. He clarified about the statement he made with the Joel Lobo show. He talked about his childbearing and all of that. And Gigi said some things that really got to him. Now, my thing is this. For the audience, while we're waiting for the calls to come in, the number is on the screen. You can call the number 267-202-2967. That's the first number. The alternative number is 215-954-1375. And we have Creighton on here. He'll be listening.
We want you to ask him a question. If you listen to the George Lobo podcast, when you listen, if you listen to the George Lobo podcast and you want to add anything on there, you can ask him a question. So right now we got Leroy Washington on the line. Leroy Washington, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Well, thank God. I know you've been listening to, be listening to us, and you heard what people said. And I don't know if you watched the podcast with Josh Lobo.
I did not watch in totality, but I got bit in pieces.
Okay, so when you listen to Joseph Jacob with the LRTN, on the LRTN?
I did not listen to Joseph Jacobs.
Okay, so now give your point. Give, I know you call for importance because you know Leroy. Leroy been around for too long. He's a very popular person.
You know the interview recording, right?
That man who's on the podcast or who's calling right now is my childhood friend and brother. That's somebody I can refer to as a brother and a friend, not Joseph Jacob, who I met in 1995.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Washington.
Well, I called the show today to act as a negotiator or smoke the peace. First of all, I'm very, very disappointed in the going back and forth between these players. Because gentlemen don't know the rule of engagement, no politics in sports, which is the unorthodox, the unwritten rules. But we're all brethren. And you guys play together, your sweat, blood, tears together. So I think all this going back and forth, you need to have in-house and trash it out. Instead of going to media, social media. Because social media is you guys are only entertaining people at your expense. So at the end of the day, you all got more to lose than most of the people that watch you guys play, Louis.
That man called my childhood name. You heard him? Little Louis. That tells you someone who knows me.
Yeah, Mr. Washington?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. All these things happen. You know, Louis was on George Lobo.
Hold on 1 second, Bishop. Washington on the line with the next caller from 404. Can you hold on 1 second?
404, please hold on.
Hold on 1 second. We got somebody on the line already. Go ahead, Leroy.
Yes, and it happened with the George Lobo show, and they said that he attacked the president, according to them. That he said things that it was not okay for the ears, so they tried to attack him back. And I had my brother and friend Jacob, Joseph Jacob came up and said a lot of things about Louis. He lived in a ghetto. Louis is this, Louis is that. So we had to give Louis the chance to come and clear the air and explain his side. So you know Louis better. You know Jacob. It's good that you say you want to be the mediator, but say something. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's not just back and forth. He spoke his mind as a Liberian citizen, and now he has been prosecuted for speaking his mind. So that's how the whole thing looked like.
So go ahead, Oliva.
Wait, I don't have all the facts. That's why I was calling from a different standpoint to be at the mediator. We just got to open it all together. They're all friends. This is what it's from, you know. And this thing could just be fast. You know what I mean?
But hold on, can I come in? Can Lira hold on? Lira,
yeah, go ahead.
you know me, we all from Bong Mines. Am I crazy?
No.
All right. Have I ever lived in a ghetto?
No.
Have you ever seen me involved in any ritualistic practices?
No, I know. I know your family very, very well.
Those are some of the allegations that JJ labor against me. So Libra, we're not gonna sweep this under the rug. All right. JJ came and had a lot of things to say. So I'm only here to rebuttal those things. It's not gonna stop us from being friends. Like I said, JJ is an associate. I don't call him a friend. I call you a friend and a little brother to me. So if you came out here and said some things, well, people would take more consideration than JJ, who just met me in 1995 and made up a lot of fabricated allegation and lies about he and myself living together and all of that, which is not true. So, like I said, I'm only here to clear the air. I'm not here to fight with anybody. I have my own views about the situation in Liberia. And like I said on the Lobo show, and I'm saying this, if my mother is president of Liberia today and she does not do the right thing, I will call her out. I don't care.
Okay. All right. Oliva, can you get the parting clip and go? We have somebody on the line. I think I don't know.
I just think everybody will coexist. I mean, we can have different political views, but the bottom line, we have to learn to respect each other as a people.
Yeah.
If I was in charge of the home in the end group, I was accountable. How can we hold people in the US accountable? You understand? Bottom line is we as a people gotta learn to respect when you pick up somebody. Speak the fact. Now this one, you just go on social media because they have that tool and just say whatever they want to say, whether it's true or it's not true. I understand that it's perception. The perception is not reality. But sometimes perception can go a long way. So I understand where you come from. I personally will call JJ to get inside and probably we have this conversation off air, but I just wish you everybody well. Crazy.
Thank you, Lyra. Love you, bro.
Okay, thank you so much, Levi. Thank you for calling. Okay, now the next caller on the line from hold on 1 second. A caller from 614. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, the next caller on the line. Go ahead. 404. No, not you. Not 614. Who you going? I'm dealing with 404. Yeah, 404. Go ahead.
Yes, hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hearing
hello.
You. Yeah, we hearing you.
Yeah. Yeah, hello. My name is Aaron. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. So I listened to the show the other day,
Can you ask the caller to please call his name, please?
Yeah, please call your name. Please call your name and where you calling from.
My name is Aaron S. Foley, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Aaron Poblan?
Aaron Foley?
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron Poblan?
You said Aaron Poblan?
Yeah.
Former player. You know, this is Munel. You saw like Aaron problem. This is Munel.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I do all of them.
But how you think so? You sounded different. You saw like Aaron problem.
Yeah, this is Aaron problem.
No. Listen, I want to be fair. I want to be straight there. I want to know your name because you sounding. If you say you Aaron problem.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I said my name is Aaron S. Coughlin.
But you say Aaron problem. You say yes. That's why I say you sounding different.
You can hear him. You can hear him very well.
Well, those and I don't expect any much. So let me listen to what he have to say because I don't expect any much. Believe me.
Okay, so the reason why I called, I'm going to speak the record. The reason why I called, not to, to bring anybody down or to say, to talk about anybody's accomplishment or what it is accomplished. Okay? I just want to make some clarification on things that were said by a former colleague of mine, Louis Crescent. Okay? George Weah is the first one. Right? I'm not saying okay? Or I played off of George Weah and I witnessed George Weah.
Yeah. Hold on now, okay?
So don't hold on. We'll put you on.
Okay. The comments that Louis Crescent made that George Weah, everything that George Weah did for Nigeria, it was done for his own selfish gain, something that he was doing to achieve something for himself. So if you can, I will talk.
So why is that? No. Listen, we want to keep the time there.
You can invite him on the show. Let him come and have his own time.
I want you to ask a question you want to ask because
he's one of those haters who got things against me.
We got other people winning, so just go ahead. Yes.
Okay. The question is going to Louis Crescent. Okay. Louis, you said all the time you were on the national team, you never saw George doing anything for Lone Star. Everything that he did for Lone Star was for his own, personal gain and stuff like that. Can you give me one example on the national team where, George did something that you remember and he got paid back from the Liberian government?
You listen to that?
All right, let me first of all, let me implore you.
You heard that, right?
I heard the question.
Okay.
Let me employ Mr. Poble, who also is another kind of JJ. I'll leave it as that. All right, to go back and listen to what I said on the Lobo show. I said, did Mr. Weah do some things for Liberia? Yes. Did he made some sacrifice? Did he make sacrifices for the national team and for Liberia? Sure. But did Mr. Weah spend $2 million according to what was said by Denzel Washington on the SP award? I challenge that. Excuse me. I'm the one that is answering the question. You asked me a question. I mentioned that during my let me about the trip to Mauritania. That was 1994. I was there. I had just come from Nigeria and I was at the airport when George chartered that flight. Did he charter that flight? Yes, he did. Anthony talked about the $16,000 that he bought uniforms. He talked about another charter flight to the Democratic Republic of Zaire.
Yeah, hold on.
All right,
Hold on.
Let's do the math. Does that amount to $2 million? That's my point. Charles Taylor, Mr. Aaron Pobler, you came to America. I don't know how long you've been in America, but when we were playing during that qualification period, Charles Taylor paid back the players every dime that we bought our ticket with. As a matter of fact, it came a point where every player was paid $5,000 and George Weah was paid $10,000, and the government of Liberia paid for our lodging at King's Lodge. The government of Liberia paid for the uniforms that we wore that was out of Spotika or Weah. the government of Liberia pay for our feeding. So now I ask the question: one trip to Mauritania or two trips, charter flight, one uniform, $16,000. How does that amount to $2 million?
Okay, Carter, give your closing something. We got other people. We can't keep people on the line too long.
Yes, of course. So Louis, when you were talking on the George Global show, maybe when I got on late, I never heard you say anything about Denzel Washington measuring.
But then you need to go back and watch the SP award.
He said he got on it late.
He said he got on
I
it late.
myself, I listened to you got on it, but I will advise you.
Go and watch the ESPN award in 2000,
watch
2004. 2004, Denzel Washington said that George Weah spent $2 million of his money.
Allow him to talk. Can he give a check? Allow him to talk.
Bring another caller, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to the next caller.
If the man wants to come and challenge what I'm saying, let him come on. You can invite him. Bring another caller.
Yeah, go ahead. What you say? Okay.
Oh wow.
All right. Okay. 606060. Okay, thank you very much, my brother. 614. The number starting in 614. Hello?
Is that?
I think that's from Josh. No, Henry Moore. Henry Moore, right? Henry Moore or something. Hello? Oh, they listen to the. Hello? 604. Okay. Okay, Nicholas Lumber. Nicholas. Yeah, they listen to the monitor waiting. Y'all gotta cut that monitor off. Hello?
And Henry Moore, yeah?
Lembo.
Josh,
Lembo?
Edward Doe. Mr. Doe, okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Mr. Doe, you got the floor.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Doe. I'm the other person listening to the echo. Yeah, Mr. Doe, go ahead.
All right, yes. First and foremost, I would like to thank Mr. Creighton for coming on. I know there's a quagmire going on here between Mr. Creighton and I believe this gentleman by the name of JJ. Yeah. You know, I don't want to delve into all of that, but I more want to ask Mr. Creighton one or two questions. My question is twofold in terms of politics. First and foremost, Mr. Creighton, you mentioned you've been around George Weah when you played for the national team. Can you describe for the audience his leadership while he played with you on the team?
His leadership, all right, in terms of knowing the game, okay, the man has a brilliant aspect and capability of the game. But there were times where if you had your own input on how you saw things and how you felt that things could be, there was always an objection. Okay? There was always an objection because he felt that his ideas was always the best and that you couldn't come out, even if you did, yours was being rebutted. Okay? Those are some of the things that I realized that you couldn't speak your mind as freely as you wanted to and say something to contribute to the game. All right. Again, whatever I say, refer to what is happening today with our people. Promises made and promises not kept.
So it was more of a dictatorship on the team, you know.
I said it on Mr. Lobo's show and hear me well. It was a dictatorial kind of formulation. It was a dictatorial kind of leadership. I can't be any clearer than that. For people like JJ who don't understand English, maybe they need to hear the clarification.
So when Mr. Weah announced to you that he was interested in becoming president, what was your advice to him, or what did you do? Because you already, saw the sort of leadership that he's going to bring to the presidency.
I was concerned in 2002, and the question I asked, I'm like, don't you think it would be wise if you went to be with your family instead of running for president? And then in 2015, the last time I seen him before becoming president, I'm like, if you insist and decide to run, please, please make a difference. Our people are suffering. Our people are
But
going through a lot.
but you also mentioned saying that you did not say anything, when we are, decided to run for president, for the
No, no,
president, for the
no. I
president.
said I did not say anything during the campaign.
You
I
can't.
did
That's
not.
what I meant. That's what I
What
meant.
what
But
I
you already
said,
observed.
what I said
But
was,
can
let's
I
give
land? Can I
let's.
land a second? Can I ask a question, please? But you
Mhm.
already said you already observed his leadership. You knew the kind of leadership you're going to bring to the presidency, the Liberian people. Why you didn't elect us? Because we needed your voice in the arena. To elect Liberian people. Listen, blah blah blah. I've already observed because you had an intimate, I would say the proximity, to watch his leadership while you're playing for the international team, the national team.
That's what I said.
That's
If
what
you listen to me, if you are following the show, I said wise man. I mean, only food don't change. Wise man changes.
Yes.
Moderators, did I make that comment?
Yeah, you made
Why did I make that comment?
yeah,
Because I
but
felt that.
I don't think you understood my question. My
No,
question
sir.
is that why you didn't
I
elect
heard your
us in
question
the
very
start,
clear.
not now,
Okay,
not
so
now.
okay. Unfortunately, we got time. We got other people waiting. So,
I
sir, if you can just wrap up.
No, 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 no. Let me answer. Let me answer
Yeah,
him.
answer the question.
His question is very genuine, sir.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
said, if you listen to me on the Lobo show, and I said the reason why I did not say anything like some of my friends did, you know what? Even including the man who today is information minister of Liberia. Remember, this man was also a seditious once upon a time. As in fact, he served in the position as Secretary General. He himself went back to Liberia, criticized this very president he's working with today, and he went to the Unity Party. He came into government under the Unity Party umbrella. He's not a statistician. He criticized this very man. I said the reason why I did not come out before the election was because I was hoping that there would be changes. But this man, like I said, only food don't change, wise man changes. But then today, again, we're seeing the same thing. That's the reason why, sir, I did not come out like my friends earlier. I wanted to see what was going to happen in the first 18 to 2 years.
But can I end my question here with just a comment?
Sir, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, I think that you had a responsibility to let the Liberian people know that did not have the kind of leadership that the Liberian people are looking for. We did not want to go back to where we came from with the dictatorship style of leadership.
All right,
Yes,
sir.
you kill us, the Liberian people, by not letting us know, by not coming out. But now you want to come out, so it's kind of cynical for me. I'm
Well, I
looking
mean,
at it
sir,
like that.
well, thank you very much. Let me say to that caller, you are entitled to your opinion if you find it to be cynical. But remember, in 2004, Jonathan Sobi and Danisha Sobi came out. That almost led to the demises. They almost got mobbed at the radio station when they came out to speak to the Liberian people. All right. So again,
But
before the second round,
that's why you was cynical, because you're looking at it and what happened to the other man. Now you want to talk now because how can I trust your criticism now if you didn't do that then?
the evidence is on the grounds in Liberia of what our people are going through, sir. So if you find my coming out to be cynical, I'm not here I mean to I'm not against what you're saying. I'm just speaking now because I seen the continuous strength and the suffering of our people.
Okay.
That's why I'm coming out right now. Bring another caller.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Doe. That was a
Mr.
very
Doe.
good
Okay,
interaction.
Nicholas, yes, go ahead, Nicholas.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, hi, my name is Nicholas. I'm calling from New York. Yes, I just want to make a clarification first. I want to make a quick clarification in 15 seconds before I ask Mr. Curtin my question. When Denzel Washington had our award show for George Weah, he said George Weah used $2 million of his money on Lone Star. And that $2 million, I'm sure it included the $6,780 that George Weah gave to 9 of us in Ghana to pay our school fees. I'm sure it included that $2 million. So let's just clarify that. Now,
that's your analysis.
Now my question is to Mr. Curtin. For every question that Brother Munir and the other hosts ask you, even with regards to your interview with George Lobo, you have gone back and reiterated and clarified everything, even including the one that Mr. Jacob said. You have gone back and hit on every topic. But they ask you one question, and that is the question that everybody wants to know. And you say you will not answer that question, you're not going back to it. Please, in the name of God, let's go back to that question. And the question is, can you swear on the Bible like the other guy said? Can you go to church and swear on the Bible that George Weah told Zizé to get down and slap the policeman? Please.
I will not swear on the Bible. I will not swear on what you want me to say. My statement is recorded, is there, and is factual, and I will not take it back. I said it, and it stays, and it stands. But if you think I'm going to swear because you want me to, no, I am not swearing. If you want to take my statement for fact, then take it. If you don't want to, then don't take it. But let me tell you something. You or nobody else, listen, my friend, you asked me the question. You or nobody else is going to make me to swear what I said. You understand? You weren't there. I was there. I know what I said. Okay? And that stands.
Clearly. I understand you clearly, but the reason why I said swear, I'm not actually asking you to literally swear, but the reason why I say you could swear is because they ask you all the other questions and you answered them in detail. But when it came to this question, you said you were not going to talk about it. Why are you avoiding this particular question?
Did the incident happen? Yes, it did. And I stand by what I said.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, let me see the next caller on the line.
641.
Yes. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the next caller on that 641. 641, you there? 641. No, 614. 614, you there? 614, you there? I know we got Brother Quentin here. He probably will have stuff to do. If you can call.
I said till my battery died. I don't know how far we are right now, so.
Yeah, okay. So we want to make sure. So you can post your call on there. You call and call it. I see some people come and listen. Let me say this to the audience. You got too many people calling in. So when you call and I put you on a hold, I know you get upset and you leave the line. It's not that I'm trying to do it, but if we got two persons already on the line and somebody else called in, I can take the other number. So you gotta bear with me. All right? Because we got two phone coming in with calls. And I see the other question. So we're gonna see if we can read some of the questions. Let me see if I can read some. You can post your question too, that'll be better.
If you can post a question,
we can read the question. If you get angry, you leave. All right? So over here, we got Emmanuel Sako. He said, you guys in the opposition want we have to perform miracle in 2 years. Nonsense. Okay. Other person say, foreign ball say, brother, just whole stuff is all fun and hate to me.
I don't think those are questions. I mean, I don't think those are questions. So, listen, my friend. Let me clarify this. Let me clarify this again.
Amount to that $2 million. Then people say, quarter talking nonsense. Listen, I'll read. Go ahead, Mr. Clark. I'll see if I can
find the $6,000 he paid for school fees. What are the amount of $2 million?
Remove the 6,000 again. Then let's.
Okay, somebody's calling.
Right. No, I'm back. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Maurice. I'm calling from Europe, specifically from Belgium.
Hold on 1 second. Somebody calling you, right?
No, I'm good. Let's go.
Keita, go ahead. Maurice Keita, go ahead. You told me the most.
Which part of Europe?
Thank you.
Where you calling
I'm calling from Belgium, Brazil.
Where?
Belgium.
Oh, Belgium. Yeah, so they got Liberian in Belgium there too?
I just told you that I'm calling from Belgium. You look at a lot.
Oh, the man just joking with you, man.
Just joking, man. I just found it funny.
Okay, yeah. There is a lot of Liberians here. We have a lot of Liberians here.
You can only imagine his question where it's gonna be.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother, for keeping on the line. Brother Creighton, it'd be nice to see you tonight because it's been a long time. Remember the last time I saw you was the time during you had an accident where I think it's a 0-hour car. That was the last time I ever saw you went on the field, and then I was sitting somewhere there. But well, my question here to you actually, Liberia problem, I think you are familiar with it because I heard you saying that there is so many problems going on. People are suffering back home, including you doing the football, during the time you were playing. I mean, that's the same thing was going through. That's what got the president. We are involved into the helping of every one of you guys. So there's a problem that's been existing for the very long time. I don't know. My question here to you, I don't know why is it that today you coming out to complain about the same problem again that been happening? Because one thing I know, today back home, all our leaders will only come and help. Like what President Weah is doing right now. The only thing we can do is to put him around him to further how to see how best things can go. If we all Liberians have been thinking about government cannot solve any problem. We made the government, we can make the government function well. So I don't know, what is your problem today actually coming back to say all of this thing? Because to be frank, most of us have been very much insightful on social media. So people like you, there's a lot of young men, looking up to you guys, for what you guys did yesterday to become almost some or even better than you people, to be a goalkeeper too. So I don't know why you coming out today to say these things, a way in which you know very well that some of those words can even make some of our brothers and sisters to go, maybe on the wrong page. Why are you doing this?
I'm not inciting anyone to violence. One, I'm against the protest. Two, all right. I supported the June 7th protest, but this protest for step down and that, I'm not in favor because it only brings about chaos. We saw just recently what happened when the MCSS students went on the street to protest for the payment of the teacher's salary. We saw what that led to. Such things is not always the solution. Okay, so let's get this clear. I'm not inciting anyone to violence. I'm speaking about the ill condition of our people, the inflation rates, the cost of living. I'm talking about the high standard of living. I'm talking about people not being paid. I'm talking about hospitals not functioning properly. I'm talking about the excess spending of flying on private jets and all of these things. These are my concern. Am I the only one that is concerned? Am I the only Liberian? Why Louis Creighton? Because why? Because I play alongside George Weah, so I can speak to the ill condition of our people. You guys being ludicrous right now. You understand? Anybody who wants to think I'm in the opposition, that is your prerogative. I am not bored. I have no political affiliation, not aspiration. Listen, let me show you people something. Just to clear the record. All right? So to think that, oh, this man is politically bored. This man is political. Listen, you see what I hold in my hands here? That's my Swiss passport.
Okay.
You see what I hold in my hands here? That's my American passport.
Yeah.
That tells you that I have no political aspiration. I'm only here to speak to the ill conditions of our people. Be it my mother in power, who and I live in the same house, and she's not doing the right thing in government, I will speak to that. Okay? So just stop thinking that I'm after Mr. Weah. No, Mr. Weah haven't done anything personal to me. I'm speaking to the ill condition. Is Mr. Weah responsible for everything that is happening in Liberia? No. Mr. Weah made a promise that he was going to turn things around after the 12 years of leadership. Are those things turned around? Did the inflation rate not go higher? Is this things that are you not okramto? Am I making this up and just coming here and saying things? Leave football out of this. We're talking about the condition of our people right now.
Yeah. All right, brother. You're talking to someone who's familiar with the situation in Liberia because I'm always there. I just came from there on Friday. Okay?
Thank you.
But my question here to you, I think, I don't know if you're in America or Europe or whatever. I'm sure you should be in America. Since you left the national team, knowing the fact that our brothers and sisters actually fixing problems back home. I'm being personal, right? But in your own area or your community, what are some of the good actually you've been back and to make a difference? So this
Well,
kind of
I mean,
person issue, like,
well, I got my homes in New Jersey. One of the things yes, in New Jersey. You want me to give you the address so you can go there? New Jersey, Old Fee.
No. Everybody got home. I got a lot of property back home.
No. All right, now I'm not talking about that. But one of the things I was able to do for the people in my community that they asked me to do, they asked me when I went there, they said, we don't have safe, clean drinking water. Okay, can you help us? I was able to install right in my yard a well that the people within my community can go for safe, clean drinking water. I'm not going to come here to tell you what I've done for people's children personally, how I helped some of them to go to school.
Yeah, but
and all
I
of that.
understand. But I think you mentioned about hospital. You mentioned about school teacher not been taking salary, all of these things. But I guess where you are in America, the time in which you're taking a radio to say all of these things on the radio station, if you can just walk to some of the representative or senator or mayor, talk to them, lobby around for Liberia. Trust me, you will get some of the hospital material, whatever, send it down. It's very easy.
Hold on, let me come here and ask you something, okay? We're talking about the ills in Liberia. Is it wrong to come and talk about the ills in Liberia? Because I get most of the questions from people where when you discussing something that have to do with national issues in Liberia that affecting the people, they always tell you what you doing for the people back here, what happened. And to be honest with you, there are some people here who
what is the
just
question?
back there.
What is the I agree. What is the question?
Now, the question I'm going to ask you is this. This gentleman coming out to clear the air on the talks, other things, what does it have to do with you asking him about what he's doing for Liberia and all of that? I just wanted to find out that.
All right. The reason why I'm asking is that people like him as a celebrity, right? There's a lot of people looking up to them. Whatever being or who's a representative, the fact of the matter here is that he was in the system before playing for the national team. He knows exactly what he went through. I just give an instance right now. When he had an accident with Zero or Honda car, that car Zero refused to pay because he wanted to play because he wanted his car to be the money should be paid for his car.
You know what? I'm not even going to go there with that story. Let me tell you, we're talking about me, not 0 hours. Let me tell you something. I said earlier on in the show that when in fact, let me go back to Ellen Johnson's time. All right. I contacted the FA after I became a FIFA instructor, appointed first African. All right. Again, I'm saying this very humbly, not braggadociously. JJ, that means I'm not being proud. I hope you understand that word. I'm saying this humbly. I talked to Kevin Sibwe. Kevin Sibwe said, Louis, let me speak to Billy T and to Musa Shano, to Edwin Snow, and to James Diba so that we can bring you in so that you can run a FIFA goalkeeping program. I said, all you guys need to do, just buy me a round trip ticket. You don't have to provide me lodging like FIFA would do. You give me a classroom, transportation, give me a soccer field. Let me run the program for 3 weeks. Pay me $1,500. When I go on FIFA assignment, FIFA send me for 1 week. The FA, the country that I go to, the FA is responsible to provide logistics, meaning lodging, transportation, security, feeding, all of that. I only asked, and FIFA will buy my ticket. I only asked the Liberian government to buy me a round trip ticket, economy class, and I will come and I will run this program for 3 weeks. I was told that the Liberian government under Ellen Johnson regime did not have money for me to come and run a FIFA goalkeeping program for 3 weeks. Just recently, as last year, again, I contacted the present president of the FA, Mr. Mustafa Raji, and I said, sir, here is my proposal. I want to come to Liberia and to help the FA to run a goalkeeping program. I'm yet to receive a letter from Mr. Raji. In 2014, when I went to Liberia, I went on on DJ's Blues show. I said to the FA, I'm in Liberia. Since it was difficult for you people to bring me, now I'm on the grounds. All I'm asking, just give me my ticket refund. I will do the program. I got all of my equipment here with me. Nobody responded. What do you want me to do?
Okay,
Okay,
Mr.
so
Crichton,
call up.
we got a lot of people on the
Listen,
line.
we got so many people, my brother. I'm begging you.
Just, yeah,
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm a complete businessman. All right, I live in Europe. And I got all my investment in Liberia. The reason why some of us, whenever people come on the internet and saying this thing, they can really hurt us because some of us are actually taking our time to do everything possible in that country to get it back together. You understand? Because every 5% that we invest in that country means a lot to the government and people of Liberia.
What that's supposed to mean, sir?
Ticket going to Liberia, whenever you want to go, I can give you my number off air right now. I can buy you ticket to and fro because I think I prefer giving the money than people being some statement you will say that will bring problem back home. You understand? Your hotel is everything kind on me. I can give you my number off air now. Send the FIFA. I mean, the FA don't want to pay that money. We as a Liberian, we ourselves.
But you see, sir. No. I'm not trying. No. I'm not trying to make a appeal because I'm trying to generate funds. Okay. First of all, everything that has to do with football in Liberia has to be in conjunction with the rules of the FA. So whether you want to buy me a ticket, I can buy my own ticket to go, sir. So I don't need that. But thank you very much. Let's hear what the next caller have to say.
Okay, thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Always welcome. Okay, thank you, my brother. Okay, okay, we have another caller that was on here. I think that caller was. Hello, we got two callers on the line here. Hello,
we have Kewu.
Yeah, we got
Kewu, you there?
Nathaniel.
Well, why?
Nathaniel,
Excuse me, I have a question. Can Nathaniel hold on? Of all of the things that JJ said that I came here and I debunked.
Yes.
I believe some of your callers are people who listen to me and JJ. Why are they not saying? Why they're not comparing and contracting notes between JJ and I of the things that I'm saying? I would like for people to come to ask me because JJ made reference. This show is about Creighton.
Yeah, Creighton.
So this show is about JJ.
Yeah, but let me make it. Why you don't understand that they're going after you because you mention a name, and the name that you mention, they're not going to ask about JJ. They're going to ask about the president.
But they should get ready. I will not stop mentioning if things are not going right.
Most of the calls that I got, we got. Yeah, okay, we got somebody on the line. Let me give the brother the chance. Hey, Creighton, be careful with your hands. Your hands is blocking the camera.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was. Is it okay now?
Okay, now it's better. It's better now, yeah.
Mr. Doe, you there?
Mr. Doe, you there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, Mr. Doe.
Yes, that was Creighton is making. Sorry, I'm watching the show, listening to you and all that stuff. You mentioned that you
excuse me, Mr. Doe. Mr. Doe, before you continue, you say you're watching the show. Yeah, is everything clear? Sound, everything is good. Audio is good.
Yes, sound is good. Sound is good. Audio is good. Yes,
so you consider this platform to be one of the best, right? Or the best.
Yes, definitely. I like it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll also be waiting for your contribution to keep it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Creighton, you mentioned in your response to a question that you are against the protests, the upcoming protests. Do you believe in free speech?
Oh yes, I definitely do, and that's one of the reasons why today I've been criticized.
You believe in free speech, but you're against people who want to protest. Isn't that part of free speech?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Let me tell you why. I am not. The 30th protest talk about step down. Okay, the June 7 protest was about, can you listen to our appeals? This one talks about step down. Now, when you are ordering an elected government to step down, we see what's happening in America right now. They're talking about impeachment through the House and the Senate. Our people talking about something like the Arab Spring, or what happened in Lebanon lately, or what happened in Venezuela. My thing is that leads to a lot of chaos, people get hurt, people die. Do I believe in free speech? Yes. Do the people have the right to the free speech and to protest? Yes. But when you're talking about bringing the government down, you know that that is more than just handing the government your petition to listen to you. Have the government listened to the petition from June 7? No, they haven't listened to the petition.
Yeah, but do you believe in democracy?
Oh, obviously, my friend.
You do.
The world is run by democracy. I believe you and I live right here in this country and we see what's going on.
But do you believe in democracy? Do you think we have a democracy in Liberia? Because you mentioned we have an elected government, an elected president.
Oh, do we have a democracy in Liberia right now?
Yes.
Listen to my English, if I may excuse my French. Hell no.
Oh, we don't. But then if we don't have a democracy, then how do we have an elected president?
Oh, now, the question you asked me, you can have an elected leader, but the form of government may be dictatorial. Oh, my friend, come on, it's not only happening in Liberia, it's happening all over. It's happening in this very Liberia before. So
you have a cognitive dissonance there when you mentioned that we have an elected president, but we don't have a democracy. I don't get it.
Well, because
if the government is for the people, of the people, and by the people have the right to ask the government to step down if the government is not representing them.
Yes, they have the right to. All right, it is constitutional. Okay.
Against that.
But the question I'm asking you.
Not because the president is elected.
My friend, we are right here in this great United States of America. The president right now is under impeachment. By whom? By the House and the Senate.
So if they have to go through the House and the Senate to impeach George Weah, you don't have a problem with that?
If George Weah is not living up to what the Liberian people want, and the Liberian people feel that George Weah should be impeached from office, and they have rights, they have right to say that. Hear me again. If the Liberian people are not happy with what's going on in the country, and they believe that Mr. Weah is not living up to what he promised them, and they want him removed and impeached, if they have the right to.
But we don't have a democracy.
Will you be for that?
Oh, no. I mean, I don't know when you say before that. I just said if Mr. Weah, because of me saying that things are not going well in the country, that means here am I today, people trying to crucify me and saying that, oh, I'm breaking bounds. I'm saying if things does not improve and our people continue to suffer the way things are, and the Liberian people decide that they want impeachment, am I on the side? Yes. If that's the answer you people want.
Before Mr. Do come in, Creighton,
what
I'm sensing is that if your fear is maybe the way the government will react to the protester when they're talking about George Weah step down. Because
that's my point.
Africa.
Yes.
Then the question again: can Liberians see 5 Liberians dead and they still continue this protest, or whatever it will be? You know what I mean? But technically, that's their right to protest.
That's the right, but that's my concern. That is my concern.
What will happen in the night? And whether Liberians will still continue the protest, we don't know.
That's my point, and that's my concern. What's going to happen if these people? Because again, like I said, in June 7, the Liberians talk about presenting the case. That's not the word I want to use. They came to present the case of the things that they realized that weren't happening, and they believe that should happen. All right. Since June 7. A lot of these things are still not being, there's now changes that have not taken place. So if they'll come up today now and say, we did not here to only present our petition, that's the word I look for, but we're here for this government to be removed. You know that in Africa, when you be trying to remove a government, not through the legislature, not through the Senate, you know exactly what's going to happen. Okay? We know what happened during the Arab Spring.
Creighton, we don't have a democracy. There's no way we can do it through impeachment. We don't have an elected government. You know, you just said it.
Sir.
So the best way, if the government is not for the people and of the people and by the people have the right to say, I should government step down.
I agree with you. You and I are saying the same thing. We're just going around. We just saw recently when the students from the MCSS school decided to protest because the teachers didn't get paid. We saw what happened. We know what happened. Okay. Now and this student protest because the teachers didn't get paid. We're talking about you saying that the government should
Look,
step
to have
down, which is the people right.
To have true democracy, there should be bloodshed. Blood has to be shared. We shed blood during the Civil War, and if people going to get on the street and put their lives online, then it should happen. To have true democracy, any democracy, in America, the democracy they have today, they enjoy today, there was blood, there was lives, that was lost, there was bloodshed.
But you see the advantage that you and I have.
All right.
It's not our blood that is going to be shared because we are here.
Okay, Mr. Toll, thank you so much. I got another caller on.
It's not Mr. Toll's blood and my blood that is going to be shared. We are here.
Nathaniel, I think Nathaniel. Next caller. 601 602. Hello? 602 number?
Yes, 602.
Okay, 602. We're going to make 602 the last caller because the time fast. Yeah, we got to go. Yeah, no, I mean after 602. 602, go ahead. Go ahead, 602.
Okay, hello, Mr. Clayton. How you doing, sir?
How are you, sir?
My name is Lrtn, and I'm calling from Arizona. The first question I want to ask you: have you ever benefited from George Weah?
Excuse me?
Have you ever benefited from George Weah?
When you say benefit, what you mean?
I mean, have he ever done something for you that you appreciated or that helped you make you who you are today?
No, not made me who I am. Let's get that clear, okay? He didn't do anything to make me who I am. God made me who I am. Let's get that right. All right. Did he help me? Did he help me financially? If that's why you want to ask, yes. When I was in Cape Verde and my sister-in-law died, well, it was not a request. It was just a kind gesture that he said to me. Because let me clarify this. When my sister-in-law died, when she left the synagogue church, I had gone to Cape Verde for a game. Our first Lone Star had gone to Cape Verde. All right. So when I got the news, the eve of the game, I shared that news with George and the team that I lost my sister-in-law. Okay. So he said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "You know what? I'm going to go back to Switzerland." So are you guys listening, Kingley?
Yes.
I said, "I'm going to go back to Switzerland." And then his manager, then, I will not call his name, came to me and said, "Here's a little envelope. George said I should give it to you to help you towards the burial of your sister." Am I grateful? Am I still grateful today? Yes. When you're talking about somebody and myself who God used as a vessel to help me, to take me to Switzerland, bought me ticket, put me in his house, fed me Abidjan, Mr. Jonathan Sobey, I still disagree with him. Because I don't owe my allegiance to him, because God used him as a vessel. God could have used anybody else. That does not mean that I'm not going to. Let me finish. Does not mean I'm not going to not disagree because once upon a time you helped me, so I can speak to the situation when it's not right.
Can I move to the next question, please?
Go to the next question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So at that time when he was helping you, how do you feel about him?
Helping me. Correct your English. He helped me.
You. Wherever you benefited, sir.
I felt the same way like I feel today. Okay, nothing changed. Because so what you say in other words? Oh, Mr. Creighton, you're not supposed to come up to speak to the illness our people are going through, because once upon a time, George Weah gave you money. Listen to me. Nonsense.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I please go on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what's the problem you have for the president today as we talk?
I don't have a problem.
So what you think about?
I'm concerned about our people in Liberia.
What happened to our people, sir?
Can you put my listen? Put Anthony Togba on the phone.
I'm going to get somewhere, please.
Put Anthony Togba on the phone, man. Get Anthony Togba come. He just called me just now. I missed his call. Put Anthony Togba on the phone.
Ask the question. It's not an interrogation. This man spoke his mind, but when you ask him a question step by step, they don't know where you're reaching. By the time you get there, they tell me.
Listen, let Anthony Togba be the last one. My brother is on the line. Put him on the line.
Let me just ask you one more question, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, is this the first time Liberia ever suffered hardship in Liberia?
Can you guys put Anthony Togba on the line?
The first time for Liberia to go through this hardship, according to our recollection, this is the first time to go through the most hardship in the history of Liberia since the 40s.
But let me get something. Let me say this to this caller.
This should be not the first time.
Yeah, but
This whole thing was about me and JJ.
Yes, it's not about.
It was me and JJ. JJ said I'm crazy.
Him and George Weah.
This JJ said I'm crazy. So I came to clarify that I'm not crazy.
And you did.
All right.
You did.
So don't come ask me questions yet.
Okay. So let me say this. I like for people to be fair. Let's be fair.
I'm fair. I'm not asking any question like that.
You're talking about whether this is the first time. No, this is not the first time. People have been suffering like people.
And did I say on this show that it's not all this man's fault?
So if you have any other question you want to ask,
okay, let me ask the last question. Let me just ask the last question. It looks like you guys don't mind.
I'm sorry, but
you listen. Did you ever listen to the interview or the podcast with Louis and Josh Lobo? You listen to it?
You live right in Arizona.
No. I'm asking if you listen to it.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Then your question about George, you and him, they don't answer. Yeah. We're talking about Lobo. We're talking about he and JJ.
Yeah.
The thing is about me and JJ.
You're not asking some of the questions you're asking right now because he said,
you gotta go back and listen to the.
So I beg you. So ask your last question. Ask your last question so we can go to Tupac.
Hello?
We're waiting for you.
Yes, the last question, please. The last question is this. Do you think you could do better than what the president doing?
I'm not a politician. Listen. Can you guys please bring Anthony Togba on the line? Please bring Anthony Togba because this man don't understand. Listen, sir, we are talking about JJ and I. Okay? We are talking about me and JJ. We're not talking about the president.
Please, let us be very intelligent enough if you're asking such a question. So let's go to Anthony Togba.
Bring Anthony Togba on the line.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Anthony Togba.
Hey, brother, how you guys doing, man? What's up?
You passed near my house tonight. Don't forget what I told you the other day.
Yeah, but okay, hold on one second.
All right.
Before Anthony Togba can say anything, welcome to the Lrtn Radio and Television Network.
Yeah, I'm Ken Buck. Hey, what I want to say, listen, man, I just want to tell you, man, I talk something that I talk, because, look, I know people will come in and say a lot of things. They want you to come and say things. And, I know yesterday, I know you might be out. Let's say I'm late,
Yeah.
I'm into the show. I just saw you there, I call you.
Yeah.
Saw my missed call. I call you.
Yeah.
I just want to, I keep saying I just want to be cool.
Yeah.
I just want to be cool. And I told you that I want to meet.
True.
I want to meet, like, what all people saying, what all people saying on JJC, this, what I want to say, you're not crazy. You're not a crazy person. So,
the man live in the ghetto? JJ said the man live in the ghetto.
No, the man does not live in the ghetto. It's not true.
So, you and this man live 10 minutes apart. So, you're living in the ghetto?
No, they don't live in the ghetto. No Christian. No, they don't live in the ghetto.
Well, yes. Gata. Let me talk to my brother, Mr. Togba.
Yeah.
I did an interview. You came on last week Sunday. You spoke your mind. You and I spoke as brothers.
The house is on the street.
I want you guys to listen to me and Togba, please. I want you guys to listen to me and Togba. Togba, you and I spoke off the phone with nobody, with our brothers in Switzerland on Tuesday. And I told you, I said, Gata, I respect what you say and I listen to you. All right. The only reason why I'm on this interview today because JJ had a lot of terrible things to say about me being crazy, me living in the ghetto. I don't have nowhere to stay, that I go to party, I strip myself butt naked, I'm drinking alcohol, and a whole lot of other things to say. So this the reason why this show had nothing to do with the president or anybody. This show had to do with the fact that JJ said I'm crazy. So I came to let JJ know that JJ, I'm not crazy and I'm not living in the street, like you said. And JJ, yeah, that's I'm glad that you know because I mentioned to you guys that Tuba and myself we are neighbors.
I know that I know that you're not crazy. You understand? I know you're not crazy. You know, nobody knows. Tell me that. I know that. You know, man. All I want us to do, you know, like you know, I talk about it. You know, not just avoid, you know, like talking about people, you know, about our friends, you know, that we came out, together, and I mean, we played together, you know, we slept on this, you know, on the same floor, you know, like drink from the same cups, you know.
Yes, sir.
Just what I was saying, but you know, I know that you know sometimes you know personal something is not good to go into that, you know. Whatever because everything we see here, they're gonna be out there, you know. You coach little kids. It's always like you know, anything go out there when people see you, they trust you with a kid. And when people see the kind of stuff, they know when people see the kind of stuff that is bad, you know, and I just want to, you know, as my friend, I just want to say, you know, I know you came out at the talk, you know, Christine. We were there talking for you. I even try to get in touch with JJ. You know, I know something that make people vexed, you know, to make them angry, to say things. And I will keep talking to you. I know you're going to get up from there. I know you're going to stop, you know, you're going to stop talking about the president. I know you're going to do, you know, you're going to stop that. Yeah, just like, you know, guys, though, this is not good for us. This is not good for us. We play, you know, we play together, we know each other. It's not good for us to come out, you know, every time be saying things all that, be fucking about said. I want people want to see, you know. I want people want to see, and it's not good, you know. Yeah.
This is Munel, and I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You saw the podcast with George Lobo and Louis, To yourself, you think he did anything wrong on that podcast? You think it was wrong for he criticizing his president, because he's a Liberian? You think it was wrong because he did it as a Liberian? You think actually what he did was wrong?
Yeah, something, you know, something he said that it was not right. You know, he said something that it was not right. And I told you, I talked to him. I said it was not true. You know, that when he said it, and you know, and you know, like I would tell you, quickly right here, quickly know that, you know, I'm not in front of him. I know you're not in front of him, but I would tell you that, you know, what he said that was not true. And I told him to come on and sweat. You know, and swear, you know, what he was saying about, you know, about all the stuff, about this, all the other stuff. It was just something for all to bring up. I know the big quickly, you know, things said that what he was saying is not true. You know, it's not true. So, you know, we talk about it, and then we know.
Some of the things he said was not true, but some of the things he said, like the hardship.
No, I will tell you that, you know, it was not true. Let me tell you, you see what happened, though? You see what happened? Sometimes people see something, sometimes people see things because of anger. You understand? I know, yeah, but you ask me a question, if you ask me a question, you let me go there, but don't just, yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
You said that it was not true. I mean, it was true. I said like
what he was saying, it was not true. Because look, you know, I know Christian came on the show for something different, you know, and I don't want to get into, you know, if you want me to like say some things there, yeah, I'm not saying anything against kids. I'm not Christian or whatsoever. But if you want me to clarify something that, you know, like what I say, you know, about Christian, I mean about what Christian said, I can tell you. You know, I can tell you. If you want to ask me the question on that, you can ask me on that. But you know, it's like I just don't like for people to how to call it, to go on to attack someone's character. That's why, you know, don't go into the person's personal life. But if I don't think Christian was, you know, I know Christian knows that what you were saying about Jesus, about some of the, you know, the thing that you were saying was not true. And I'm not, you know, yeah.
We're going to subtract Jesus Robert from. That's what I'm trying to get to you. I said some of the things he said was not, that he said was not true. That means some of the things he said was true.
No, it was not true. Just everything was not true.
Oh, you see, you know what? You see, well, listen, gotta, hold on, gotta.
now it's not about JJ now. Now it's about something different. You know, it's something different.
Anthony, let me come in with the whole thing, okay? Let me come in. What I want to find out from you. After Critic left the Joel Logo show and he came out, I know you came out, you made a video.
Yeah.
Before making the video, did you reach out to Critic? You say
we call Critic, yes. We call Critic and we know about Critic. We call Critic and we know about Critic.
Another thing, when
okay, hold on. You asked me, let me clarify. You asked me something and let me go ahead. Okay. Yeah, we call Critic and Critic never pick up. And Critic said, know that, you know, I call him the next day and for all the talk. You know, we're going back and forth. And then from there, we end up talking. We end up talking. Critic will tell you that, you know, he will tell you that I'm going to touch with him. You know, he actually will tell you.
I confirm that.
Right.
I confirm that you and I talk.
Another thing
yes.
I asked you did when JJ came on the show and JJ was talking to Critic, did you reach out to JJ too?
I spoke to JJ before his show. When JJ, I called JJ, I said, look, JJ, I talked to Critic. And look, just leave this stuff there. You know? And JJ, you know, he said, here I talk for people, he said, okay, I will call you back, I have to go back to work, you know. I said, look, let him leave it. I talked to Critic, let him leave it. And what I'm waiting for, I told him, I said, look, I went on air, and I talked about Critic, I talked about what happened. That's it, I said, it's not good for her to go there and be like, saying, not a stuff then. You know, if someone, you know, like, when Critic is angry or something, people need to come and ask him why he's angry for, you know, and try to talk to him and try to see, you know, the best way to do. Because look, let me tell you, I will not sit here and look at Critic for Critic to be hurt, and I will not sit there to look at other players that I play with for them to be hurt, you know, for Critic to hate them. You know, it's not something, you know, it's not what we want. It's not what, because people there looking at all, telling us, people that looking at all and telling us, you know, and telling us that, you know, no, that's just what I want to see. You want to see our point,
Let me say this to you, Anthony Topa. This platform was created for the Liberian society, our community. Now, if you call me, you have some burning issues, and you call us, and we show up, and you give us, we give you the opportunity to come on and speak, and you talk about somebody, it's our responsibility to make sure we go and meet the next person and talk to them, so at least they can come and say something. Our thing is, we don't want people to just come on the net, right? We just turn each other people's repetition, and we don't verify to say anything. We would be responsible. So it's that they're coming on us to make sure we reach out to the next party, just to let them know you the Anthony Topa. If somebody says something for you and we able to capture it, we capture it. After that, we not just want to.
Yeah, but I want to ask, because I don't want to talk about Critic too, right? Why you guys never reach up to me and ask me a question too?
Because your telephone number was hidden. No, not even your telephone number was hidden.
Don't say that. Critic, I sit there right there, Critic know my number.
All right. So let's do this. Tonight this show is about what a JJ said, the things that JJ said about me. And I'm glad that Mr. Toba is right here, who is my neighbor, that he and I live together in the ghetto. Okay, according to JJ. So we're talking about the situation with JJ. Any other thing we continue pertaining to the national team, guess what's going to happen? Joe.
Yes.
Anthony and myself, we're going to get off this line and we're going to talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
And we will do a combined show. Me and Mr. Toba.
Okay.
We will come here. We will come and we'll lay things on the table. We agree to disagree, but with respect, not calling each other crazy. All right, or lying that somebody living in the ghetto, that somebody is crazy, and so I will speak to Mr. Toba. We will sit down, we will find the time, and we will tell you when, so that you can bring your audience, and me and Mr. Toba is going to have a formal debate on your show. How about that?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine with me. And I don't know if I can include JJ on that too.
We said Anthony Toba and Louis Curtin, then you said JJ.
Let me tell you something. I never called the show to come on and see this. If you guys want to do that, I just come on and say, listen, because I saw Critic on the show, that's the reason, because Critic know what he and I talk. You know, here I talk. I just wanted to tell you, I said, you know, like, chill. You know what we talk, and I'm going to talk to you again. We're going to sit down and talk.
And Gada, with all due respect, sir, like I told you, this was not about the president nor anybody. It was about JJ calling me crazy, living in the ghetto. So I came to school JJ tonight.
I came on late.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anthony talk about this thing, right? I don't want you to. I don't want to keep going back and forth. I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity for you guys to talk behind the scenes. But this is the thing, right? My thing was the network was the responsibility of the network was to make sure we get in touch with Louis Creighton, which he did. He did get in touch with us, and a lot of things have been clarified on the network. They article his they say he was mentally ill. He clarified that. He talked about living in the ghetto. He talked about him using medicine to play football. He clarified that. We talk about the little clip about the president. Louis found out that you don't have anything. The president is his president. Is not a football player or how they call it or world best. That's his president. He has the right to criticize his president. Not going right. So we speak on all the things, and Louis clarify a whole lot of things. So you coming on and talking after that, you can talk behind the scene. But our responsibility here is done. What we needed to do was to get in touch with him to make sure he come with some report to clarify things, to give my audience the opportunity to be able to know, you know, what JJ was saying about him is not right. So everything is done. So if you guys had to go back and sit to the table and talk, that's fine. We don't have a problem with that. So we just want to say things.
But sorry for jumping into you, sorry for cutting you. I thought you said this show about like putting people together, like to about the African community, right? But like not telling them I'm not, I'm not taking more time for it. Yeah. This is what about the African community. I think I think the best thing to do is stuff that it goes on. Well, like the guy I interview or JJ, the first thing, I know that, when JJ was going through some stuff, that when JJ was saying some stuff, that I think you should have stopped JJ and tell JJ, look, stop talking to, like, hey, don't go on this side, don't go on this side.
Anthony, let me come in. Let me come in right there. Anthony, let me come in right there. The very man you're talking to is the very man. Oh, my battery is low, gentlemen. My battery is low.
That's the very man you're talking to right there.
Listen, my battery is low. My battery is low. Listen, let wrap this up. The very man you're talking to, Anthony, is the very man I interviewed JJ, and JJ could not even give this man chance to be able to be able to express himself. I don't know how long before my battery died, but we got to wrap up. When I charge my phone, I will call you.
Let me say this to you. Anthony Tokba, I want to say thank you very much. Anthony Tokba, thank you for coming on. And y'all can go to the back and talk. And bringing people together. I don't know, Louis.
Exactly. When you say George Lobo's show, couldn't know that it's not true.
Gada, we're gonna defer on that. No, you don't need to tell me. You don't want yet telling me. And you know what? I would, like I said, if you want to bring that up, then let's do a debate, you and I, because I would not agree with you. Let's see where you would not agree with me. Let's do a debate. Like I said, my battery is about to die.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta have a retirement program for you too now, man. I tie with you. Okay.
So what you tell me?
I gotta have a retirement program. Okay. I want to have a retirement program for you because I want to see you for the last time.
Okay. Before we close, I want to say thank you.
Oh man, now you don't want to run from me. Not me. Run from me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to him. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for watching, and want to say thank you for watching. This is the Lrtn Radio and Television Network. A lot of clarification that was made by Louis Creighton. And Louis, we want to say thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate it, and we hope this network shouldn't be the first time. It shouldn't be your first time coming on the network.
No, Anthony Tobai must say we are coming back, but at least tonight is clarified between JJ and I. Yes. Who is the pathological liar? Who's the one that need medical attention? Because my neighbor, Mr. Anthony Tobai, who and I live together in the ghetto, just came to clarify that I'm not insane and I don't live in the ghetto. So I want to say thanks to your audience for listening patiently, and and hearing the truth.
Yeah.
The truth will always speak for itself.
Okay. So thank you very much for coming on, and that was Anthony. Lrtn,
Thank you,
the most
Louis.
talk about goalkeeper, and we want to say thank you for watching the audience.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Well,
much,
anyway,
and we
thanks
really
for coming
appreciate.
in, man. Thanks.
We appreciate.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. I will call you
Talk
later
very
on.
soon. Yeah, talk with
Thank
you.
you.
Indeed.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. And
Zamba, Direction. No, go.
D12 on the mix.
Look at them, oh na na. Look at them, look at them. See, they want me to go down. Look at them, oh na na. Look at them, look at them. They want me to go down. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. What for you shall see your face, yeah. So I'm not rushing, no. I'm not stressing, no. You can love me. You can hate me. That Papa God will do the blessing when you take it from me. Oh no, that God will suck it for you too. Me I'm not fighting when you slap it for me. That God will slap it for you too. Yeah. Clip on money, go. I say, move from yeah. Cheche pole, move from yeah. Move from yeah. Sake pane, move from yeah. Move from yeah. Come on, ride, move from yeah. Look at them. Look at them. All the cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh, nah. They want me to go down. All the cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh na. Look at them. The cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh nah. They want me to go down. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. Oh na. If I'm on a beat, eba. Nadia. Oh yeah. Why you want to bring me down? Hey, you know you can't bring me down. Oh no. Oh yeah. When I need oil, will juke. When I feel lean, it will hurt. When I crack oil, it will eat. You swallow, Papa. Now your hair working, Papa. I said that your hair working, Papa. All the cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh na. Look at them. All the cheche pole them. Look at them. They want me to go down. All the cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh na. Look at them. Cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh Lord. They want me to go down. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. They can make it. Yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah. 1 2 step. DJ 1 2 step. Let's go. 1 2 step. DJ 1 2 step. 1 2 step. DJ 1 2 step. 1 2 step. DJ 1 2 step.
I go by the name of DJ Daddy Rich, y'all. One of LIB finest, the legend. Yo, I make people move like this. Right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. You know we do a little something back home like this, y'all. Clutch it, leave my foot. Clutch it, leave my foot. This is a party song, y'all.
All the cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh na. Look at them. Cheche pole them. Look at them. Oh Lord. They want me to go down. All the cheche pole them. Look at
Okay, know this. We're back, and let me make sure. Okay, we were back, and we had Louis Creighton. He's out, and I'm left with Monique Shan, who is going to be closing up, and it's after his time is fast.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson, the CEO of this great LRTN, the Share Foundation, sponsored by the
Sharing Development Foundation.
Sharing Development Foundation. We also need support from everyone, and this is a community thing. That whatever any other way you can contribute, we appreciate it. And don't forget the general show will be on the LRTN soon. And I've been a member of this group here from the day it was started, but because of time and traveling distance, that's why I usually broadcast from my place. And still, I'll be broadcasting from there, and we'll be having because we're bringing in a lot of other stuff. So I want to say thank you for watching again, and the show was great.
It was great.
What we're talking about is united. We Liberians, we are all Liberians. And to be frank, every Liberian has a right to express themselves. I know people will not like it, but sometimes we should be very careful in how we express ourselves. Don't be too personal. Don't fall in love too much, my people. I'm telling you, do not fall in love. Do the best you can do, but this is a hard time for Liberians back home. So let us be very careful. We all know there are a lot of problems going on. And it's the right of the people. You can disagree to agree, but just don't disagree to hate. Disagree and hating is bad. That's the worst thing to do.
Yeah, the worst thing.
And you all know that I've never seen a hate in my life like the one we're going through right now. Brothers and sisters are going against each other. Brothers and are going against each other. Even my and son or daughter. It's not an easy thing. We all love our president. But you see, it's something called tough love. You can love your president because he's the president. But the fact is that we criticize the office. We criticize the government. When things are not going right, we need to talk about it.
No, we need to speak out. We need to come out and speak out.
If we speak out, it stop corruption. When we speak out, things happen. But if you don't speak out, your leader will don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's why you listen to the other guy they call Edwin Dole. He said there's no democratic in Liberia, which is true. It's on paper. But do you think it's there? Because it won't talk about democratic process, it won't talk about the constitution. It is our right to protest. You know what I'm saying? And I say that all the time. And freedom is not free. The people in this country, they share blood for freedom. Freedom is not free. Until we can pay for freedom, we'll understand what freedom is all about. You can never purchase freedom from the store.
So we want to say thanks for watching, and I guess we want to call it a day. We want to say keep following us, and we got more stuff coming up. Like he said, his show is going to be coming up on the Liberian.
You know, I gotta be disciplined, and when I'm on the network, I gotta limit my time. Because you know it's not the other one where when I'm on I sometimes go 3 hours.
No, you can stay 3 hours on here. So it's gonna be Sunday. It's gonna be limited.
It's just a network. What you working for?
No, it's gonna be we get paid for airtime here. Airtime. It's not something that we get a lot of people come on here.
What are you talking?
Of
people
course.
Want to make donations.
If they can make donations,
we want to advertise. We want to, and on my show.